which point Samugi got employed by the Clockwork Consortium. You will now start where you've left the building. You are out in the darkness as it's nightfall and deciding what to do. There was some talk about going back to the apartment versus the boat, I believe, for a long rest.
I'm no longer invisible, correct?
Your
No,
invisibility was dropped.
No.
That's right.
As you
I
were
thought
punching
you were-
walls.
Got it. Okay.
It's on.
Now we can hear you.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah? Oh, okay, sweet. Okay, I don't know how I fixed that. So Samugi, I'm walking out of the building, and that's where we're starting?
Yeah.
Okay. Is my group out there?
Yeah. Everyone's
okay.
out there. You've already reconvened. Invisibility has been dropped. You've shared all the information. So you're now deciding what your group would like to do next.
When is the Under Tavern thing?
Oh, that's tonight, isn't it? Or
That's
did that
tonight,
already-
yeah.
Yeah.
No, guess we gotta do that.
I think our boat is becoming a hot spot. Maybe eventually people are going to notice us, what we're doing, and going back there, back and forth. I say we utilize the apartment to sort of keep a low profile.
I'm guessing.
Okay.
I'm all for that.
I mean, unless there's something
Well-
we need on the boat, then
A rat-free environment.
he's not that bad. He's terrifying, but he's not that bad.
You got intimidated by a rat, mate.
It,
Seems pretty bad.
it was the size of a cat, so yes.
Holy shit.
And
Plug the
you guys
hole
can't
in the
hear
wall.
him, but his fucking voice, he sounds like he will kill you if he was a human. So,
Well, let's go meet
So,
my Under Tavern contact, and we'll get that taken care of and go back to the apartment.
Okay.
cool.
Okay.
We want to go to the fancy house.
You want to go to the fancy house.
It was described as something somewhat fancy.
Are you talking about the Restore house?
Yeah,
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
that's a fancy name.
All right.
Have you shared the name of of where we're going?
No.
Okay.
Did you ask?
Nope.
Cool.
Okay. So. as
Are you
make
Vale or are you?
There really needs to be denotation. Until further notice, I am Vale, and I have been Vale
Yeah.
for a very long
And the
time.
Discord thing says Veil.
I'm sorry.
Oh yeah. I know it's annoying to keep track of.
Okay. So,
I'll lead the way.
with that, you lead the way towards the Restore abode. This is in the nicer part of town. You appear to be in a residential district. There's dimly lit street light at this point. You see a couple mechanically powered, almost like trolleys that are moving their way through the streets in this heavily gnome populated part of town. As you approach the abode, you see a couple kind of well-dressed gnomes with slicked back hair, smoking some cigarettes outside the house, just speaking in gnomish. And as your group approaches, they kind of just like tap each other and just go, "Hey, hey, hey," and it goes, "Hey, can we help you?" One steps forward.
Oh yeah, I got a meeting here this evening with my crew. Talking jobs.
Yeah, who is it you're supposed to be meeting?
Well, one guy punched me a couple times. I assume him.
Does this guy who punched you a couple times have a name?
Yeah, it was like Uncle something or Freddy something. I don't know. He was one of you guys. You don't have someone here that just roughs people up.
They kind of look at each other, look back at you.
I was told it was an interview,
You
and
just
then I
go,
got.
go ahead and wait here. And you, as two of them leave, there's three of them. You hear him just go, "Fuck, he must have hit him really hard." As after about a few minutes, you watch the gruff-looking dwarf who roughed you up step out as he just takes a cigarette and just throws it to the ground and just walks past your group and just says, "All right, come with me."
I will follow.
Okay, you've got a group of about 3 gnomes also following with you.
Are we being
As
sandwiched?
this happened, he's sort of. As this happens, he's walking you kind of up street, again in the nice residential district. He just goes, "So, what the fuck's your name again?"
Varric.
Barrick. Okay. That's too long. We're gonna have to come up with another name for that.
They call me the Stack.
Okay? The Stack, that'll work. And this is your crew?
Yeah.
Okay. And he looks at you, Alara, and just goes, "Alright, milady." Looks at Samugi. Fuck, we making a retirement home or something?
We got Scary Spice, Old Man, and then 2 other chicks.
Right.
We got Clock and Posh Spice.
Wait,
Okay.
we're all very efficient.
And that's Posh Spice speaking now, is it?
Yeah, that was
I
Posh
guess
Spice.
so, yeah.
Okay.
Well, you're not Scary Spice, and I can't remember the other Spice Girls.
Right. You know what? Let's maybe we don't talk for the rest of the walk. And he just moves on. So after about 5 minutes of silence, and you're kind of now going up a steep hill, you now begin going towards what looks like a cemetery that kind of overlooks the rest of the city, and he's just like walking right through it. As he does, you see what looks like a human guard at the cemetery who just kind of looks at you, sees Uncle Jackie, and then just like stands up straight and like just kind of turns his back and starts to walk away from his post. At this point, Uncle Jackie goes on and just goes, "So, you want to be a part of the Under Tavern, huh?"
Yeah,
All right.
I should go.
All right. Well, as I mentioned before, the presence of the Duke here has provided a bit of turmoil in the city, which can have its troubles, but also provides opportunity. So, first thing I'd like to do is size this man up, get a sense of how he interacts with his network that he's got here in the city. So, word has it that he's always got this this accountant by his side at all times. This individual is apparently known for keeping a big ledger and keeps notes of all the Duke's transactions, all his meetings. A bit of a scribe. So what I'd like you to do is infiltrate the Duke's home, find where his scribe is, and covertly get the information from his ledger. And there'll be a bonus if you can do it undetected, like, as in make a copy of said book.
No,
Is this
Alright.
I
making
really
sense
hate.
so far?
I really hate to put. Speaking from experience, I don't think this kind of feels like a little bit of a suicide mission. Like, hey, these new people come here looking for jobs. Let's just go kill them.
I mean,
Again,
if we wanted to kill you, we would have just killed you. If I thought that you didn't have at least a 1% chance of success, I wouldn't send you down this way. But you're right.
1%'s
I've
about right.
essentially got nothing to lose.
All right. I glare daggers at Varric. If this is our way in, sure.
We getting cold feet already?
No.
Do I need to talk to Scary Spice, or what are we doing?
No, we're fine. We'll do it.
I see why you call this one Posh Spice.
Yeah. All uppity.
You can just call me Posh for short.
Sure thing. And you can call me Tuma.
I'm not even gonna question it.
He's all no comment. Just-
I
Alright,
didn't
well,
wait.
we'll see you later.
That's it? I just had a whole bunch of information on it.
wait,
Is that all
wait.
you need? Hey, good.
We
Good
have-
night. Good evening to
We
you.
have a
Good
lot
luck,
of
ladies.
questions.
I walk
You have,
away.
you have questions. Hold on, the clock girl
It's one-
has questions, I guess.
Okay, now, I may be an old-fashioned guy, but come on, the clock girl. We just
She does.
call this one Posh. We can call this one Clock, sure, but Clock girl. I mean, it's just a little old world, isn't it?
I mean, he's right. I'm older than you, Varric, so.
You're older than me.
You are?
Yes.
The fuck, you guys don't understand how elves work? You being an elf yourself?
Yeah.
I'm not an elf.
I fucking hate it here.
He wasn't talking to you.
So no, yes, tell us the information you have, and when does this need to be done by? Do you guys have a deadline, and if we don't complete it successfully, do you guys like kill us, or how does that work?
Oh, I imagine that the defenses of the Whispering Tower take care of that for us, but I don't really give a shit. If you don't take the job and we never speak again, I also couldn't care less.
Oh, that's good to know, actually. And I look at Varric and then Vale. Maybe we don't need to take the job.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of fresh-faced adventurers like you that think they can stomach what it is that we do in the underground. And, no offense, but you seem a little... He looks back at Vale and just goes, perhaps a little posh for this sort of work. So,
No, it stung the first time, it hurts even worse the second.
see, this is exactly the sort of thing I'm talking about. I mean, if we're this early in, we're already getting feelings hurt. I mean, hey, it's less hurtful than stepping onto a fireball trap, I can tell you that.
Has that happened to you before? Or
Vale
And
stretch.
then he looks at you really seriously. He lights a cigarette, takes a long drag off it. Every goddamn day.
Jen, you guys can't hear me. Can
Yep.
you hear me?
Yeah,
Can hear you.
I got you.
Okay.
I got you.
Okay. You said that you're gonna pay us a bonus if we make a copy of the book. But
Right.
what would be the minimum requirement for, completing this job? No bonus.
I mean, you're not exactly making a strong showing asking me what the minimum requirement is. The minimum requirement is getting the fucking book. So
Okay,
I
just steal the
suppose
book itself.
if you get made, if you grab the book and just snag it and bring it back, we'll still pay you.
So
If you
yes,
get-
the bonus is you want us to get this book out without them knowing. Got it.
No, make a copy
Replace
of the
it.
book so they
Well,
don't
that
know
would,
the book
that's
is
exactly,
there.
yeah, that's what the copy would do, is make it so they wouldn't suspect anything.
So we have
In
to
not so many words, yeah.
we have to sneak in, steal it with no one noticing, sneak out, make a copy, sneak back in, nobody notices.
Why not just make
Or
the
make
copy
a copy while we're
while
there.
we're taking it?
I can't do that. I just kind of assumed none of you could either.
Well,
She goes invisible all the
How
time.
long is
if I
this
may-
ledger?
if I may, I can.
Oh,
And he just like hands you, he like reaches into a pouch and he just like holds out this thing, and you see this tiny little jewelry box that has this like multiple big ass chains around it. And he's just like, hold that, will ya?
yes.
Thank you, Posh. And he reaches in and has like reaches in his bag once again and holds out two like rusty iron keys. And he just goes, now, I get the sense I'm going to need to explain what this is.
Yeah, probably.
Yes.
All right. Well, this is what we call a forgery mimic. So, what you do is you unlock the chains, set it down in a room with just the book, and a good 60-70% of the time, it'll go ahead and copy that book in addition to everything else that's in it. At that point, if you can get it down without it eating you, get it back in these chains, it'll lock it up in that form. You go ahead and bring that back, we get our folks to subdue it underground, and we can see everything we need to see. If at any point it changes form while you're trying to subdue it again, or if you damage it such that, it's illegible, then, we're kind of fucked and you're going to owe me for the forgery mimic.
Oh, jeez.
There is one caveat, as I'm going to need that back in, let's say, about a week. So if you need some time to think about it, I'd recommend letting me hold on to that, and then you can come get it from me when you're ready, when you've got the spine to actually do this. But in the meantime, that's how you get this done. All right? Easy as pie.
I mean, you said 60 to 70% of the time. That's not great odds of it actually copying the book.
Listen, if she wasn't busy with a birthday party, my 7-year-old niece could do this job on her own. So if you want, I could just wait for her to be done.
It's kind of
Have you
late
done-
night for a birthday party.
Have you done any scouting of his house? Are there any guards we should be worried about in obvious locations or any information?
Yeah,
like
there's
that?
gonna be guards, some obvious, some maybe not. I don't know, it's kind of your fucking job. And also, fuck you, the birthday party's this weekend.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, well, we will.
We haven't heard the price or how much what we get out of this.
Well, let's say in some crazy world where you do everything pitch perfectly, call it 100 bones.
That's it.
What about bones?
Well, that's it. Look at Miss Moneybags over here with the clergy. What the fuck do you take for offering? Maybe it's a good thing that the place burned down, huh?
Is bones good?
Well, this seems like a very high-end object that you're looking to get your hands on. I just thought the pay would be a little better.
Yeah, well, sister, if you've seen more than 100 bones in your life, then you're in the wrong line of work right now.
Is 100 bones 100,000? Actually, is 100? How much is 100 bones? Is that just 100 bones?
Sundara has no idea.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Vale has been very, very briefly in the.
Yeah, go ahead and make
How much
a
is this?
history check for me. The DC is not high. Just beat a 10.
Okay, well, natural 11.
Okay. Bones usually is a term that a thief uses for increments of 100 gold. For some reason, they work with hundreds and not thousands, just because the jobs tend to be in the metric of hundreds. So usually when you're talking about
100 gold?
bones, it's single digits, like 1 bones to 10 bones.
Gotcha.
Got it.
That's not bad then. 1,000. Definitely decent payout.
Sandara looks like that meme of that lady trying to calculate things.
He said 100, not 10, right?
Yeah,
You
that's
said 100.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah, that's a
10,000.
little more than 1,000. Okay,
It's 10,000.
yeah.
that's what I just said.
Yeah.
I can math.
So as you're all looking around doing the math, he just goes, "Oh, for hell's sake. It's 10,000 gold pieces."
Okay.
Well, that's a decent amount, yeah.
Do we have any other questions?
Do you know what room this book is in, or we just walk into the tower and just explore this whole house?
You do it however you want. I really could care less. Again, this is your job. I'm giving the job to you. Again, my 7-year-old niece is done with the birthday party this weekend. After that, she can do it. She can scout it out. And then, I don't know, I can give you the information that she gets. And then maybe you could sacrifice, half the pay for her if you want her to do some legwork. I could get her right now if you want.
I don't know. I think
She might have some.
No,
other
we'll take care
plans,
of it.
but-
Alright.
Well, we wouldn't want to be seen leaving here together, so, Uncle Jackoff, I'll see you later. And I'll walk away.
He just goes, "This one's got a mouth on it."
Well, it's nice meeting you, Uncle. Tell your niece I said happy birthday. See you later.
Yeah, I'll be sure to let her know.
I walk away. He's not going to let her know I quit.
Probably not.
You watch as like the 2 gnomes behind you are just like trying really hard not to laugh at this entire encounter. And then after you leave, you just hear him just go, "What are you two laughing at? Am I the only one that fucking works around here?" And then you hear them kind of like loudly making their way out.
So back to the apartment then, eh?
sounds like a good idea.
Mhm.
I'll take a gander through my spell book, see if I have anything that can assist us in this. I may know a couple things I haven't tried yet, but could come in handy.
I have something that I haven't tried until now, and I got it ready for a completely different reason, but I can make a barrier to block us off from anything on the outside. We might have to be trapped in a room with a mimic and a book, and who knows what would happen, but it stops everything else.
That's pretty good.
I mean, let's get back to the apartment before we start talking strategy.
Yeah. Just in
Alright,
case anybody's watching.
I'll meet you guys there. Gotta go to the fucking butcher's.
Oh, we can
Walk
come
to
with
the
you. I
butcher shop.
think that's fine.
Okay. How much stuff are you getting at the butcher's, and what quality are we talking?
I want to say high quality, just something high quality, seasoned, and just a good piece of meat, pre-seasoned
Okay.
and everything.
Okay. All right.
Wait,
So
I
you,
guess rats can eat raw meat, huh?
yeah, you can absolutely get that. For like the chef's selection cut, this is something that would be usually ordered by like high-end restaurants or like personal chefs for rich people. For a single cut, it's going to be 5 gold pieces.
Oh. Okay,
You guys do snow cones?
I will happily hand
You
that over.
look at the full-blooded orc behind the counter, who's like covered in blood, and he just looks at you, looks down, looks back up, just goes, "Yup."
I'll take a snow cone.
What flavor?
You got watermelon?
No.
What about fruit punch?
Looks in the back. Looks back at you. One snow cone coming right up. And slowly, like you can hear like his bones kind of creaking and wood creaking as he just slowly like leans back and steps in the back.
How do you know a butcher shop would have snow cones?
You never know if you don't ask.
I've never seen you eat a snow cone before.
I never had one before.
Oh. Just had a
Really
hankering?
exists.
I just want to try it.
Fair enough.
He slowly comes back with a hand still covered in blood, but he's
Oh.
now holding what looks like a dog bowl with
Mhm.
like some chunks of ice that looks like has been like just smashed by fist,
hmm
with what looks like some flavored jams like mixed up in it.
Cool.
Some red
How-
stuff is mixed up in there.
How much?
It'll be 1 gold piece.
Alright, I give him the gold.
He takes it and just goes, I don't really like making snow cones, but enough people ask. Ended up giving in.
Oh. Well, sorry, I didn't know you didn't like making them.
It's alright, that's why I upcharge.
Hmm.
It's 1 gold for frozen water.
Okay, well, thanks. I
Looks over the rest of you, just like doesn't say anything. Did you pay him for the meat already?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay.
We'll just be on our way.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
One last
Laura.
question. Do you know like what the favorite meat of a rat is? Just I don't know if you have pet rats.
There's no rats in here. Why? Did someone say something?
If
Who are you
there
with?
if there were
Are you with the
rats.
Merchant Council?
Oh no, fuck them. No, I don't care about. Listen, meat's meat. You're gonna cook it anyways. Who cares if someone's been taking a nibble? But if something were to be taken a nibble, which cut would they hypothetically eat the most?
Like you said, meat's meat.
Got it. Alright. Goodbye.
Just watches you leave. Okay, so you make your way back to the apartment.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, how
Can
good
I,
is the
can
snow
I,
cone?
on the way there, can I keep a lookout and watch our back, make sure we're not being followed?
Make a perception check.
Smart.
18.
Wait a second. I don't have fucking dice. Oh yeah, I do. Wait, I don't have fucking dice.
That means they rolled a 0.
That, okay, I'm keeping that in mind. I might not need to actually roll dice, but in case I do, don't worry about it. All right. Anyone else do anything before you guys get back to the apartment?
How's the snow cone taste?
It tastes a little bit like blood, but not too
Cool.
much.
Alright, expected.
It's okay. I mean, as far as you never having it before, it's basically chunks of ice, some bigger than others, and it's again got like some mashed fruit preservatives in there. Yeah, it's decent. You got a little too much of it. You're kind of sick of it before you finish it. And also, there's some just straight up chunks of ice in there that you don't know what to do.
The
I will
entire walk
finish
back
it.
is just crunches. Crunches of ice.
Yeah, it's like your friend loudly crunching ice right now. As You look behind you, Alara, to just see if
Yeah.
anyone's following you. You see a little gnome who's like pretty rotund, very like fair-skinned, like beautiful, luscious, like black beard and like kind of hair that's somewhat slicked back, who is kind of walking the same direction you are, who just kind of is like smiling and then looks up, locks eyes with you, and just goes, "Oh shit!" And then something pulls him into an alley, like about 30 feet back.
I'm like, oh, hey, come. I'd try to get you guys' attention. Oh, come here, look at this. Come here. And I'd lead us to another alleyway.
You're gonna follow them or go somewhere
No,
else?
no. Since we're ahead of him, like I want to lead us into a different alleyway.
Okay.
Taking a detour?
Yeah.
Oh no,
Sure,
yes, look at
Lara.
this. Come here.
What do we?
I saw something. Come here.
Okay.
And once, are you guys coming with me?
Confusingly, yes.
Okay. Once all of us are in the alleyway, like I think we're being followed.
Oh no.
There was a small gnome that was following us. I caught eyes with him. He said, "Oh shit!" And then something pulled him into an alleyway.
Was it the?
Sounds like you just witnessed a murder.
Oh, I didn't think of that. Maybe.
Was it one of the restoring gnomes or a different gnome?
he was well dressed, right?
He seemed a little flamboyantly dressed for that.
Yeah, he was a little stocky gnome, and yeah, maybe I'm just being paranoid, but he looked at me and then said, "Oh shit," and then something pulled him into an alleyway.
Help him? This gnome?
I mean,
I've never.
Go ahead, Eddie.
He had a nice black beard, very cleanly done.
I mean,
sure seem-
we should probably go check it out, or they're going to be gone or murdered.
I don't know if we need to check it out, but maybe take a detour if we are being followed.
Wait
You
a
just
minute.
follow us directly.
You possibly witnessed a murder, and you're like, "Oh, I'm a cleric, but I don't want to see if someone needs my help or not."
Not what I was thinking, but
Well, that's
sure.
a
If you-
Hippocratic oath or whatever.
He didn't say "oh shit" because he was being pulled into the alley. He was saying "oh shit" when we locked eyes, as if he wasn't trying to be seen.
Well, I'm
Maybe.
gonna go check it out.
Okay.
I'd like
Damn
to
it,
check it out.
Eric. All right.
Okay. You go towards the direction that
Yeah.
you. Okay.
I'm
I-
not trying to
I
be
follow.
quiet either.
Okay. Vale, give me a perception check.
16.
Okay. You hear a voice, and some rustling, and the voice is just like, "Oh God, I am so into you right now. Oh darling, you minx." And there's just like this like rustling sound as you approach.
Well, Varric, start the party, I guess.
I turn the corner.
Okay. You see two gnomes like furiously making out.
And then I turn around and leave them to their business.
And I walk away.
I
Vale,
would not like
with
to
that
do
perception check, there is a crack. There's something about the voice that is like vaguely familiar.
Did you get a new
Like-
toupee? I just say to both these gnomes and watch for a reaction.
You watch as they kind of stop, look at you, and they just smile. And you watch as the female just like holds her mouth, and you watch as like a little tear falls from her eye as she looks at you.
I mean, the hair is beautiful. I didn't mean to make you cry. Which one?
And you
Oh,
watch-
sorry.
You watch as the male gnome just like reaches around her shoulder and like holds her close as they just both look at you.
Oh, I would like to cast detect magic and then just walk away as I cast it.
As you cast detect magic, there's clearly illusion magic happening right in front of you, and you can actually see the shapes of these individuals are two familiar tiefling shapes that are larger than gnomes, just embracing each other and looking at you.
Two familiar tieflings?
And as you do that, and right as you're about to walk away and just stop, a little confused by this, you hear the voice of Zerai, your father.
Why are you just gonna...
As
What?
he goes, "My son is alive!" And like rushes
no.
forward, and you watch as like the little gnome like hugs around your waist, but like big heavy arms and like warm fur wraps around your shoulders.
Vale is completely stunned. Tries to wriggle out of it and push the gnome away.
Yeah, you're pushing something away that's like almost invisible in front of you, and you feel your shoulders kind of crushed as these meaty hands like push your shoulders together, and it just goes, "The Manath family does not die so easily indeed."
Get out of... You're too short. How? And my disguise drops and I go into cast.
Yeah. Now they've seen Vale form
Yeah.
before, so
Yeah.
You change into your Cassius form, and he just goes, "Sorry, we meant not to interfere, but we saw you for the first time, and after the Duke, it's neither here nor there. I just couldn't resist. We had to see you for ourselves."
I give my mother a hug. How long have you all been in the city?
We made it in last night, and we've been looking for you.
Wow, okay. I couldn't reach out to you. I was going to do it. I swear. Listen, this is a wonderful time, but also a very terrible time. We have an apartment. Do you two want to follow us there? We can talk.
And he kind of turns around and kind of sees the rest of your group and just, "Really, we did not mean to encounter you like this. Just, it was a lot seeing you in the flesh. So
is there a gnome?
you take your time. You see like Vale having this kind of hushed conversation with these two gnomes.
Okay.
He says, "You take your time. We're staying at an inn down the way. It's called the Platinum Jackalope. And if you would like to come by, then that's fine, but otherwise, no need. I just wanted to see you myself."
you know, has Dunsparrow talked to you?
It. We don't speak as much to Dunsparrow these days.
All right.
A lot has changed. We'll talk about it some other time. You're busy. You're clearly busy. This was foolish of us, but couldn't resist.
I try to feel up the invisible, like upwards, the
Yeah.
invisible bodies to get to a head and kiss them both on their forehead.
Yeah.
Wonderful seeing both of you again.
The
really.
illusion drops, and you can see both your parents standing in front of you right now.
I'll talk to both of you later. I have to go speak to a rat. And I'll scuttle away.
You again see your mother kind of flick her wrist, and both of them turn into just like kind of dirtied, like human dock workers, and then they just start in tandem, both just kind of like grab each other and look like very drunk and start like stumbling down the road in the opposite direction.
Okay, hold on a second. So they saw their son, or one of them did, and then they just started making out. Fucking weird, dude.
They were trying to hide.
They were. Yeah, it was a reasonable disguise. Wait. Never mind.
That was not Varric. That was me.
I know.
Just
See, so us peeking out of the alleyway, seeing this, they just went from gnome form to like full humanoid.
No, you just saw like the edge of Vale talking.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Then you saw Vale turn into Cass talking. Then
Okay.
you saw Cass step into the alley, step out, and then shortly after he stepped out, you watch as two separate drunken humans like walk out the other way.
Oh, okay. Well, at least nobody's dead.
Everything's fine, everybody. Just
Oh.
people who stayed up at the end too long.
I see. Well, at least nobody died. And we're not being followed.
That's fair.
to
Continue.
the apartment then.
Yep.
Between you and me, James, I felt like doing the fucking Scarface line, just being paranoid.
Okay, so you head up to the apartment. And yeah, it hasn't changed. You unlock the door, step in. It smells of rat in here, looks terrible. You have no furniture.
And we're not gonna buy any.
I lay down on the ground.
You hear some thumps in the wall. And you watch as a like large cat-sized rat kind of squishes out of this pretty massive hole that's in the wall, and just like looks at you all like roommates that have been gone for a while. And you see him like sniffing in the air.
I've decided
just
to
kinda
name him
like-
Jeremiah, by the way.
What?
He kind of hops over towards you, Cass, and actually literally just starts like patting you down.
It's like a fucking raccoon.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I just give me. You can't understand me. Just give me 10 minutes, goddammit. And I pull out the meat, seasoned, and I point out all the flecks.
Yeah,
Offer it
it
to
just
him.
kind of like holds its like paws up.
Oh. Disgusting.
It bites it and then like tucks it under its fur, much like a raccoon, and then it kind of like three-leg walks out, and then just kind of like looks back at you and gives you a look of like, what the fuck are you looking at? takes a seasoned meat and just like rolls it up and then just like shoves it back in the hole, like picking up a whole bunch of cobwebs and dust and shit along the way. And then it just kind of like squeezes in itself, and you just hear it like mowing down on this thing.
I promise one day Jeremiah is going to save us.
I surely hope so. I'm
Oh.
going to tidy up a bit. I'm just gonna start cleaning.
Cleaning what? There's nothing in here.
The
It's
floor.
dusty. It smells like rat.
just tear some fabric off of my clothing and just I don't know, just start cleaning. Trying to help.
Guys, I got an idea. If we want to do the job, that is. Here's how it goes. Sandora, Vale,
Nope, I'm cast.
Gas,
Yep. Sorry.
Posh Spice,
It's annoying.
Sandora, and Scary Spice. You three infiltrate the house, while me and old man, we cause a distraction.
I was going to say I forgot. Let me look at something real quick. I open the spell book I have.
I mean, wait for the distraction before you break in.
Is the
and then,
distraction
you know-
going to be deadly?
Well, I mean, I assume he's got guards. If we start a commotion, might be deadly. Who knows?
Well, it's not. I mean, he knows your face, so it's. I'm just saying it's a little risky if you get caught.
Yeah, but you need to be with Sandar. Well, how many people can you make invisible, Sandar?
2.
Including yourself?
Me and another person, or 2 people? 2 total.
Oh, okay. So, it looks like it's me, Alara, and Samugi causing a distraction, while you two, invisible, sneak in, find the book, copy it, and get out.
Oh well, this one I just looked up might actually help us. It's a spell called clairvoyance. And it allows me to pretty much put a sensor, a camera, wherever I wish within a place I've seen before. And I can move it around actually.
Okay, we haven't seen this place
Yeah.
before.
Have you been inside his tower?
Well, no, but if what my idea on this was is if you were able to cast invisibility on myself and maybe one other, if I can get in and look around as much as I can without disturbing anything, then when we leave, we would have an eye on the inside at any time.
Yeah.
Couldn't we also just scope the area out from the outside? And like you look in a window or something? To
I
be able
could
to
try
test
that. Maybe we could try it that way, but then this could be a 2-day operation. We get in
That's
once,
fine.
we look the place over the second time. If one of you goes in, being that you're much more trained in combat, I can give you the ring to offer you a little protection, and take the sending stone, and I alert you of if there is security following you at any point.
Well, we need... I think Clock's
I
right.
was just trying to think of a place with the least risk of harm to any of us. As much as I love fixing any damage done to us,
If we
I
did
mean,
that,
be
then we
nice.
would have to break in twice. So
Yeah.
yeah.
what
So
if
that
we
would be
found a way to
potential
get invited? A few of you are quite talented at talking your way into things.
I'm not sure if there would be precautions against magic around him.
Yeah.
It's pretty easy to see through illusions, and what I turn into isn't an illusion, but I don't know how well the Duke knows. I just don't. Listen, I've done this exact same thing before, and it ended with 3 months of prison. So
Yeah, but we
Oh,
didn't have
Okay.
anyone that could turn us invisible.
true. It was
That's
more
why
the it was more the part that like we walked in and he already knew we were coming.
Yeah, I understand that. I was there. That's why I'm saying, if me and Smokey and Scary Spice make a distraction, or you two go invisible, break in, use your weird barrier to protect you while you copy the book with the mimic. Bang, bang, boom.
I feel like before we make any solidified plans, we need to do some sort of like I don't know anything about the Duke's house or the security around it, or if he just lets people in to talk with him since he's now the new benevolent overlord of New Callum. So maybe we should just look at his place first before we decide all of this.
Take a gander of it. Scout it out. I'm all for that.
Because maybe he just
Yeah.
like has like audiences with townspeople or something, and we can talk about our grievances, or I don't know. He's supposed to be this new savior, so
Okay.
Time is it now? Is it late?
It's pretty late
I
at
think
night. Yeah.
so.
Maybe during regular business hours.
Yeah.
It's sort
we
of
can-
an idea.
I mean, it's probably better to scout it out right now.
Why?
I mean, looking
Because
at it,
it's
you
dark.
definitely it's
Yeah.
not like a state house. This is like a private home.
Hmm.
Even better.
Go take a look, then go do a walk by.
Yeah, at the very
Yeah,
least, that way we
someone's-
can walk by.
Some of us aren't very sneaky.
You don't have to sneak to walk by.
Okay.
I can give you my clothes, but
Who?
you,
Me?
yes.
Why?
I don't know, you're you. Like you're
I
you're
stand
not,
out.
yeah. You're easily recognized, I think. I don't have to, I don't want to, but I'm just throwing it out there. We could disguise you a little bit.
What are you gonna wear?
I have plenty of clothes. I have like a whole
Also-
wardrobe in this bag.
Also, I don't get a different size. I'll be the same size.
Well, yeah, but you can look nicer.
Nicer? This is brand new armor. It's just the tops.
I forgot you had armor on. Forgot you're a walking golem now.
Yeah. No,
Okay.
just give me like a hood and a cape or something, like a cowl,
That kind of.
like a.
I rifle through my bag and pull out a bunch of clothes and then pull out a correctly sized cape
to have a hood.
with like a cowl and everything.
All right. Now you can't see my face in the dark.
Are we doing this right now or tomorrow?
Apparently
Well-
we're doing it right now.
I mean,
Are we?
we woke up, I think, a couple hours ago.
So we've
Okay.
been out all day.
Yeah.
Didn't we
You
take a
guys have
long
been out all
rest
day.
during the day?
No.
I mean, you,
We had a
technically-
late start. to the
Several.
day.
yeah, you got a late start to the day.
Okay.
But not like. Well, it was still daytime.
Okay.
Enough time for for Alara to get just like 3 long rests in. 3 super quick long rests in.
I don't know. I think we at least walk by while it's night. It's harder to pick out details, and then we just do
Yeah,
real
go
simple
for-
walk by and then come back.
Go for a nice walk.
Yeah,
Alright.
there's
Nice-
nothing
nice
suspicious
brisk
about that.
night air.
That's how it always starts.
I will be Vale again though, because let's not be stupid.
Sandora, do you mind if I keep your cloak? It's actually much nicer than the one I gave you.
For now.
Okay. You'll have to show me where you got this.
It's
What-
from an
what
island
I-
in the sky. It's hard to come by.
Oh, no wonder it's so nice. The one I gave you is like a fucking like it's pretty ragged. It's probably kind of dirty. It's just an all black cloak. That's
Sandar's
Pretty
too
beat
polite to
up.
demand for her cloak back.
I feel so fancy in this.
Hey, the sweater's pretty nice. Can I just keep it?
Thank you.
Yeah, right.
Um. Okay.
I'd be up for a nighttime stroll, and if anything, I'll place the orb outside the place and take a look around. Just give us a little look around the exterior. Maybe we can clock what times the guards are moving. Give us an opening as to when to sneak in.
Yeah, let's take
Yeah,
a look.
Okay. So you guys make your way over to the to the Whispering Tower, as it's called.
Yep.
On the way
Kind of a
there,
creepy fucking name.
I'd like to talk to Vale for a second.
Okay.
Vale,
Yes, my knight.
thank you. Are you really Vale, or are you really Cass? Or are you really both of them?
I am whatever I choose to be in the moment.
Okay, that doesn't answer the question. When you were born,
I was
you
gonna say
Cass
that
or
was
Vale?
not an answer.
I was Cass.
Do you prefer being Vale?
The faces I've chosen are all ones I'm comfortable with. The masks are disposable, but I feel just as comfortable with being Vale as Cass.
Okay. Would
So,
you? Are you more comfortable being a girl or a boy, or it doesn't matter? Does it change your downstairs thoughts?
is that really the end point of this questioning?
No,
Yes,
I'm just-
of course.
I
It,
don't-
it's not.
I don't understand how it works. It's magic. I just want to know.
Yes, is the short answer. It's not
Cool.
an illusion. I am what I appear to be.
Cass, are these or Vale? Are these faces you've chosen people you've seen, or you have to? Is it someone? It's not someone you've killed, is it? You don't have to kill them to take their face, right?
No, that would that would be terrible.
Okay.
The ones that I keep close are people. Everyone is people that I've seen, but the people that I've taken, most of them
You
are
just gave
probably
me a-
still alive.
You just gave me a genius idea. If you're able to do that, you could pose as Sandara, correct?
Easy.
I think you guys, we've got to be able to utilize that somehow.
What does my face do? My face is.
I'm lost.
Well, there is someone looking for Sandara,
Oh, I mean, he knows
and
where we
she.
are. I bet if we turn a corner and there's a sentinel, it's going to be staring right at us. The guy's relentless.
Oh, right. I
Yeah.
don't know. Maybe I just realized that you're able to do that, and something popped into my head. But I'll think it over first before blurting it out. I'm not the best with my words.
Can your parents
I
do
just-
that?
Oh, that's a great question. Is this something you were born with?
Can my parent? No, I thought you said can my pants do that. I was like, I already thought we talked about this.
Yeah, I know your clothes
Um,
magically change.
no,
We've seen that.
no, my parents they no my it no.
Just no? Okay.
Um, this is technically, I guess, a curse or a gift. It was supposed to be a gift.
Seems like a gift.
Yeah, I think I follow the Traveler now, and maybe
Hmm.
worship them. We'll
Is that the
have to
person who-
see.
Gave you the ability?
Yeah.
Oh.
I also asked them for something to kill people with, and they gave me this really cool tattoo that turns into things.
Oh,
Hmm.
shit.
What did they ask in return?
It was
like a quid pro quo.
it was a very long prayer thing. They might have asked me to do something, but I don't remember. You know, if a debt ends up being called, then I am perfectly happy to fulfill it.
Any debt?
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, there's a problem with like killing innocent people, and yeah, but you know, any debt, yeah.
No, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Well, this traveler does. I don't believe that's a demonic being, so maybe it won't be anything bad.
I mean, they helped me. They answered my mother's call almost a decade ago. They answered me. So maybe it's my guardian angel. Who knows?
That's a good way to look at it. So are we already walking at this point, like headed towards this house?
You told me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said
definitely.
on the way.
Do we even know where it is?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know where it is.
We learned a
You-
couple of
Okay.
days ago,
Yeah.
sessions ago.
Okay. So you make your way towards Whispering Tower. You again see this. It's called a tower. It looks a little less of a tower to you and more of a large mansion. It looks like it goes up about 5 stories.
Holy shit.
It's lit by torchlight, and there's this big, like, dark iron fence on the outside of it. And you can definitely see there are clockwork sentinels that are patrolling the grounds. As you just kind of walk a lap around it, you notice that in the back there appears to be like a wine vineyard back there. And in the front, there's just a pathway that leads up to the large manor doors, where again you see 2 clockwork sentinels, and there was one around the back.
Oh, Sandora.
Yes.
You know if those clockwork sentinels can see through invisibility?
I don't think I know that. I don't know.
Okay, another question. Do you think if you met with your old boss, you could convince him to, I don't know, maybe have the Sentinels take the day off?
You know, I felt this was coming.
Sorry.
No. I have been avoiding. I've not been very helpful in this regard. I am willing to try. I really don't know what his answer will be, but
Well, then maybe tomorrow we take a little trip, find a Sentinel, and try and talk to him.
yeah. I mean, I've been thinking about that since they almost eviscerated Vale anyway. So
I mean, I don't think you should do it alone. For sure.
yeah.
I mean, it doesn't seem like he wants to hurt you.
No,
but
you're right.
Better safe than sorry.
Are there any like humanoid people walking around, or is it all Clockwork Sentinels?
As you look on the outside, I mean, bear in mind it's like midnight right now.
Yeah.
You see like a single light on in the. As you go around the back, it looks like on the top floor, there's a single light on that looks like where it would be like the attic. The rest of the house is like in complete darkness.
Well,
Okay.
no, that wouldn't be smart to do right now. I was gonna say we could just attack the ground and see what their security reaction time's looking like, but that might not be so smart.
That sounds like it. Yeah, I'm in agreement with that.
Let's keep
Usually
the
I'm-
element of surprise.
Yeah.
Should we skedaddle? Or
There's
do we
not
need
many.
more?
There's not many guards. Yeah, I mean, if we've circled.
Yeah, but
it,
how
then
many
yeah.
guards are there? Do we see?
Three?
Total of
You saw a total of 3.
Oh yeah.
I
Fine.
mean, there's probably guards inside as well.
Well, yeah, but let's if he won't backtrack a bit here, to the whatever his name is, your old boss. If he won't help you, maybe ask him about the invisibility thing.
Mhm.
But first, do that one first, because then if you ask him to shut him down, he's like, no, then he'll know you're gonna use. See what I'm saying?
You know, I was also thinking, and I don't know why, but maybe we can work with Gunner.
That is a very unexpected statement.
And Gunner is who again?
Oh,
Our old
Alara
warden.
Gunner. Yeah, he's the prison leader.
Oh,
It's very.
okay.
We have his
I
boat.
personally am not a fan.
Oh,
of
that's
him.
whose boat we have. Okay, well, I have no comment on this. I would expect he's not a friend to us.
He
But
But
if you have,
is he a friend of Belmont? Belmont, sorry.
I don't think he is. You know, I'm almost positive they're all together. All of, Solanor, Beaumont, Gunner, Faraday.
Oh, like
I'm
the
almost
cage.
positive they're a group. Yeah, like the cage. It's a weird name.
Make a history check.
So,
Did he?
and I mean, one of them's in prison and the other ones are out here. Maybe we can use that. So 11 plus 14 total.
You do recall on searching through Gunner's things and seeing communications from these different groups or different people, you did see the name of a group that was referred to as the Savage Seven.
Yeah. So I don't know, we're talking about talking to our enemies to become allies. Just something that maybe we can do. I'm sure he wants his boat back.
is it kind of one of those the enemy of my enemy deals?
Something like that.
Like that.
I will never
Okay.
give him the boat back, just so we're on the same page. I will
Yes,
drop
I-
this.
I also am starting to like this boat.
Yeah, it's
Um,
pretty cool.
DM, so the wall there's obviously walls outside this mansion, correct?
Well,
Okay.
no.
Those are
I mean, there's like a short wall and then a fence that you can see through. You can see into it.
Yeah, but I'm saying there's a surrounding wall, correct?
Not really. It's the
It's just
surrounding wall and the fence are the same thing. It's like a brick wall that goes about up to your chest, and then a fence that goes up another like 10 feet.
okay.
That's the surrounding wall.
Okay, gotcha. That's weird. Why they'd make a fence like that and the wall so short. The building itself, does it look to be like what does it look to be made out of?
Brick.
Brick. Okay, perfect. I also have something else that can help. Okay.
So what are y'all doing?
I guess heading back, we can't really like actually yeah, since there's a vineyard our back, then obviously we can't really wander much further onto the property or around it. Um,
Let's go
is there
back.
any neighboring house that would give us a vantage point of it?
No.
No.
It's specifically towers above the domiciles
Yeah, I
around
was
it.
gonna say
Hence
5
the
stories. Holy
name.
fuck, that's like the White House. All right.
Is there any secret entrances? Let me see.
Maybe.
You see 4.
Secret entrances?
Yeah, no, I'm fucking with you. You don't see any secret
Oh.
entrances.
Well, we wouldn't know if we didn't ask, guys. Jeez.
You see
Do
4
I
secret
see
entrances. That was good.
any
I
invisible characters?
yeah, I'll give you a perception check
Cool.
No, that was hilarious.
with the notion that you're specifically looking for secret entrances.
Trapdoors, you know,
Hey,
that kind
there's a
of
whole feat for it. Come on.
There actually are. Yeah, I got the find traps one.
No, Dungeon Delver, the worst feat in the game.
thing. You got an
Yeah.
11.
Okay, you do not spot any secret doors.
Cool.
Still in touch with Autoluke?
I don't.
Oh yeah.
Did
We
they
have the
say where
sending
they're
I feel like
going?
we saw him on a ship and then we just never saw him again.
Aren't
He told you he was
on the-
Sea of
staying.
Swords,
Yeah.
where Barrett's wife is. Ex-wife, sorry.
Oh, okay. And
After hearing that comment about
Son
the fireball trap from what's his name, Uncle Buck or whatever, should we check with the old man from our ship, Leland, just to make sure everything's okay?
Probably.
I mean, we're out already.
He would probably sending stone us to. Well, we can just sending stone him, right?
Yeah, yeah. Just thinking about that. I've been thinking about that, making sure, and they're
It was
coming from a
very-
group of stealthy thieves and spies. Might just want to make sure everything's okay on the ship.
Yeah, that was very
Alright.
suspicious.
Alar, catch. I throw the sending stone up to you.
Oh, thank you. I tap on it. Is this thing on? Hello?
I pull the other one out of my pocket. Yeah, it's on.
We didn't leave one with Leland.
We did.
Not
we
the
had-
person
we
I was
we
looking
had-
for. Leland, are you there?
Oh,
Did you leave one with Leland? I don't remember you doing that.
I thought we did.
We did. Yeah. We had.
Okay.
Because we
because
had
we told him
three.
to
We had
sending
three.
stone us if something bad
You
happens.
hear a voice call back that just goes, "Yes, captains."
Is everything okay on the ship?
Ship shape.
It's beautiful.
Okay, we were just checking in. Got a couple odd comments today. Just wanted to make sure everything's okay.
I'm the first mate. It's not part of my job description to talk to you when you're lonely.
Okay. I appreciate that, Leland. I have a few things to attend to, but maybe another time.
I'm setting the stone down now.
Okay. And everything's okay. I throw the stone back.
Nice.
I love Leland. Oh, Okay. Okay, just glad everything's okay on that ship. All right. I say we head back to the apartment, and if it's okay with all of you, I know I'm not the sneakiest here and the most well versed in the whole spy game, but I have a feeling a few of the spells I have at hand could come in handy for infiltration or escape in that structure.
I mean, I guess on the way back, are there any sentinels just hanging out? Cause we could just, I can try and talk to him right now instead of waiting for the morning. What do you guys think?
That's a
If you
good idea
want
if we
to.
see one. But probably not one of the security ones.
No. Yes, sir.
If you're remind me why you got sent to prison?
He was not telling me something, and it seemed very shady, and I was trying to find out more about it, and he handed me over to Gunner to, I don't know, to try and either keep me from finding out about it, or I'm not sure.
Got it.
I don't think, I mean, it was more of a betrayal situation. I don't think he necessarily needed to send me to prison, but
No, it's I mean just let's I mean if we're working with our enemies, let's keep in mind that's their loyalty to
it's,
any of us. Not to put doubts in your mind right before you go talk to this terrible man,
I
but
mean, you said that, and she kind of deflates. She's just like, oh yeah, kind of forgot about that.
it'll be great. We're all innocent. I'm sure, you know, it I'm gonna shut up now.
Fail. Could you make yourself look like one of them robots?
Or does it have to be a human? Humanoid.
I mean, they're
You do some
humanoid.
crazy illusions with your magic.
That not an
Yep.
illusion. That's a very good
Well,
question.
no.
Let's try it.
Yeah, let's see what you can do.
Yeah, when we get
Do it!
maybe when we're hiding in the apartment, when we're
Yeah, maybe we
closed
get to the.
doors.
Yeah, let's get to
Yeah.
the apartment first.
Could go horribly wrong.
Yeah, when we get to the apartment, I'll give it a go.
Because
All right.
you've seen them, and they're humanoid. And those were the two rules you said earlier.
Not even sure I was correct then. I think it's just the first part, but
So you could be a bear.
I think so.
Okay, we gotta try out. When we get to the
Yeah,
apartment. What you
I say we
turn
test the
into.
limits of this tonight.
I've just talked to animals. I never really thought about becoming them.
Sleepover.
Are we still gonna try to talk to Solonor on the way home?
Yeah, we see these sentinels.
Just a quick
Yeah.
little detour.
Yeah.
Okay, so you are making your way back towards the apartment now?
Yeah, that's where I
Yes,
think that's
in
where
that
we've been
direction.
going. Yeah.
Okay, so you make your way back, and you said you're on the lookout for sentinels on the way?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, give me a perception check. Someone in the party.
I'll
An
like the
11.
music.
11, okay. You see one sentinel that's close to the Whispering Tower, maybe about like a 5-minute walk away. Do you want to wait longer to see if you find another one? Because
Yeah,
you recall the area that you live in is not really patrolled by sentinels.
I want to be farther from the tower, but I will try and keep an eye out for before we get to our janky little area of our house.
Okay, give me one final perception check.
14.
Okay, you don't see any other sentinels on your way back and you're back in the industrial district that you live in.
I guess we'll try again tomorrow, right?
I'm fine with that.
We know there's some over by
We
the
know there's
docks.
yeah, and
So we could
I'd
go
prefer to
back.
not be right next to the tower when we, just in case I mess up. I don't
Okay.
know how to reliably do anything with sentinels.
Okay. And then quick curse check. Who still is cursed? Who's not?
Still
Sandara's
cursed.
still cursed.
Maybe
Samugi's
I
still
think so.
cursed.
I think it's
I'm
just
not
us.
cursed.
I think it's just me and James.
That are
Yeah,
uncursed.
it's
Yeah.
just-
Got it. Okay.
Unless Lara wants to take it off right now.
You do?
She's
He's taking a second. I can't hear you.
Laura's dead.
Okay.
We need a new cleric.
Samugi, did you want your curse
Oh,
removed
just
as
the
well?
one.
I will remove my curse. I guess that's the plan. Yeah.
Okay, so if we can retroactively do it, if Alara said she would have, so if that's the case, you guys could have had both your curses removed overnight. So we'll resolve that when Eddie gets back. But with that in mind, you take an uneventful, not super restful, long rest in the apartment that you're in because you have no furniture or anything like that.
I take my cloak back from Alara since she's not paying
She's not here to
attention.
defend herself. Yeah,
No.
easily done
Perfect.
in her meditative state as she takes her 18th long rest.
But before we
Take
Like
my armor
eating
off.
candy from a trancing elf.
can I turn into a sentinel?
You want to try?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. Make
Good try.
a spellcasting ability check for me.
Perfectly average.
Bella
Adding
says
proficiency
Alara
or
should
not?
be.
Spellcasting ability.
Just your ability.
Okay. 15.
15. You turn into like a fleshy version of a Clockwork Sentinel.
Ew.
Gross.
Ew.
All the same physical parts are there.
Yeah.
But there's a couple places where like the skin just cannot make the same joints. So there's parts where like you have like pieces of sinewy skin that kind of like web and connect to these otherwise like ball and socket joints of the Clockwork Soldier. And all the parts that would be brass are instead just kind of like a tan golden brown. And all the parts that should be metal are just kind of like an albino-ish gray. So you're kind of just like this flesh golem right now.
Disgusting.
I hate it.
I wish you would never do that again.
Try the bear though. Try the bear.
I shake off that mistake.
Yeah.
Ugh, that
Yeah.
almost it makes me want to lose my food. That's disgusting.
I mean, you could probably just paint me, but that seems a bit much.
The thing is it again didn't look super close.
Yeah, just stand far away.
It's like it was if a Clockwork Sentinel had fat and skin.
Okay.
So it didn't. It was bad.
And I guess I will try to change into a bear as well.
Okay. This is less disturbing. You kind of just look like a werebear.
Oh, okay.
So you don't look like a bear
Okay.
because you would remember that your changeling form has to have the same arrangement of the appendages that you have. So you still have like elbows and shoulders and things like that, but it's bear-like. You still have opposable thumbs, but you're kind of like a werebear in this form.
Can I try to change into like a werewolf looking thing?
Yeah.
Fuck,
Yeah, you can do that.
I can be myths on the street. I can make my own ghost story. That's great.
I mean, yeah.
Well, that's great. I start taking my armor off.
It's been on overnight.
No. I thought we were doing that before we went to bed.
Oh, okay. You start taking your armor off.
and then I go to sleep.
Okay. What's your reason? No, I'm just kidding.
What? Well, just in case you're not joking, before we go to sleep, I will practice this before it matters, and it might be annoying to everyone else, but Vale doesn't care. She will take out the fancy loot she just got and very gently just pluck random strings and practice. And I'm gonna cast Tiny Hut
Okay.
to just fill this room with like a warbling heat wave translucent barrier.
10-minute casting time, right?
So I'm
Yeah,
playing music while you're trying to sleep for 10 minutes.
I would say shortly into the casting, the music does become pretty warbled and muffled, and it almost becomes sourceless, where it's not quite coming from the loot itself as much as all around you in this dome that's being created. And it's like oh god, I forget what it's called, but it's like this melody that keeps layering over itself with like infinite permutations that begin to change as each melody is added on. And it's beautiful. It's actually like very nice white noise for those of you who aren't doffing armor for 15 minutes to kind of, listen to as you close your eyes and fall asleep. And it eventually becomes this complete washout of this kind of beautiful harmony of just like this, like almost like raindrops, where each raindrop is like a single note, but that all kind of wash out together and send you into a very nice soothing sleep while also providing you warmth. With that, you close your eyes, have a long rest, as Cass, in whatever form they're in, looks out past the dome and sees the rat like pounding on it, trying to get inside. But I'm able to hear it because you are protected. So with that, morning comes, and the next day is yours. Alara, Sundara and Samugi wanted to attempt to have their curses removed, if you were willing, overnight. Was that something you would have helped with?
Samugi, I'm all for helping you. Sundara, I honestly am. The only reason I'm advising against this is because someone in this town is on the lookout for you. Yes, they may know where we are, but this would give him or them a direct track to you. If you want to go through with it, I'm all for helping you, but I'm just, in my opinion, if there's someone that's in the town that wants to find you, removing this would give them direct access to you at all times, whenever they choose.
Yeah, but
It's the
also,
opposite end.
if we
Oh, no, it's not.
if we leave it on, then people with the brand will be able to know where all of us are.
Yeah.
It's either all or nothing. Either we all take it off, or we all put it on.
Yeah,
And-
Sundara
Well, if
was kind of coming to terms with that right when you were taking off Vale's brand, that once we took off one and we stuck together, we had to essentially take them all off, which is why at that time she was kind of like, oh, here we go.
Okay, well, if that's your choice, and I'm all for helping you remove it. Yeah, I'll remove it.
Okay, spellcasting ability checks with proficiency.
Okay.
And this is a third level spell?
Correct.
Okay.
And I would do this in my first 4 hours of the rest, so I can prepare what I had planned.
fucking figured, you little slut. Yeah, sure. All right, just give me some fucking rolls.
Okay. Oh shit, this is gonna hurt. That's a 9 for the first one.
Plus things, or
Total.
Ouch.
okay, who is that for?
That would be for who was the first one that wanted to get it
Yes,
done.
Samugi.
I think Samugi,
Okay.
because I was trying to fuck Sundara out of it. So
Yeah.
So you cast it on Samugi, and Smoogie, you feel this warm sensation over your neck. And then nothing. The spell fails.
I can try it again. I apologize. I'm. This is not an easy curse to remove off of you. The one who put it there knew very much what they were doing. Would you like me to give it another try? I will.
Yeah,
I will give
I
it
mean,
a bit this time.
Sure.
Can I cast guidance on myself to kind of like refocus?
You can do it one time. So if you do it for Smoogie, you can't do it for Sandara.
It.
It's fine.
It doesn't matter, I don't
It's not
think.
even
Yeah.
excited.
Okay. I will try it one more time on Samugi.
Okay.
On dice, don't fail me now. Not much better. 14.
Spell fails.
Fuck.
God damn.
This is a hell of a curse on there. You'd see me sweating now, having tried to remove that twice.
It's okay,
The way I
Alara.
see
We
it-
can try again tomorrow.
Maybe the fates
Don't-
have it differently, have a different plan for us.
Perhaps.
Again, I apologize. This entire venture I've had with all of you has been great, but definitely testing the maximum of my ability.
That just means you were too comfortable
will-
before.
Maybe. I will do what I can to look more into finding a way to ease the removal of it, possibly.
So with that, you all take your long rests, as Alara takes 2.
Lame.
You'll have a bit of a late start to the morning because you went to bed pretty late, and also, someone in your party took too long rest. So, with that in mind, it'll be around like 11 o'clock, a little bit before noon, as you get started with your day. What are y'all doing?
So this distraction, what are we... Do you have a plan for the distraction? Because if is it beating up a guard?
I don't know, Stack, you're the one from Langston, and are you going to tell us how the Langston hello works?
Well, smashing always works. I guess it really depends on
Still
what
got that
time of
ice.
day we're trying to do it.
The snow cone?
Yeah.
Sorry, I was eating ice, yeah.
I mean, there was a huge chunk of ice that literally did take until the morning to melt, so he literally did have some leftover ice.
We could, if we do it in the middle of the day, I think just a straight up attack on a guard might help. But if we do it at night,
It was so quiet that night.
I can't do it tonight. I've got a shift at 9.
I mean, if we do it at night, not tonight, but at night, during the night time.
Okay.
If we do it then,
Or window between sundown and the start of my shift, but sure.
Oh my
I mean-
gosh, this is too real.
you know what? Maybe you go to work and we'll take care of it.
No,
That's no fun.
we are all independent, sure, but we need to fucking stick together. I'm honestly not even a fan of going in there with other people and leaving some of you to distract.
Then what's your plan? Haven't any other plans?
We still have to talk with Solemnward.
Yeah, if we can get the robots to walk, then it might be easier.
Although
So let's do that.
I have low hopes for that, but
So Alex, I have all these old spells that we have from when we did the Cyberpunk campaign. Those are not existent, correct?
Correct.
Okay, just making sure. I was like, that'd be too OP.
There's not even.
Okay.
Are there even cameras in this
No.
fiction? Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, there were 2. Renaissance.
Well, let's go talk to Solano then.
Yeah,
Well,
I guess we should do
Easy
that first.
peasy. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Yep.
Okay. So how are you going about this, Sandara?
We need to find sentinels. I think we could check our ship, since there were some looking there.
Okay.
Or if you guys just want to go into town, check out that one guy's shop with the guns. He had sentinels near his place.
Oh, we killed that one, I think, almost, didn't we?
I thought there was another one.
I don't think you guys touched that one.
No. I mean, we can do it on the way there, whichever the first one we run into, on the way to the Whispering Tower.
Okay. Yeah, you make your way over, and sure enough, in the same plaza that you saw along the way, you do see a single Clockwork Sentinel.
Alright, I guess I'll just go talk to this real quick. I'll be back, guys.
Hey, shoulders back, chin. You know, put your finger on your chin, push it back.
What does that do?
Breathe from the diaphragm. It fixes your posture. You were just you were slumping a little bit. And I'm gonna Bardic Inspire you. It's a D8.
Time for some feminine guiles.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, and I guess when she approaches the sentinel, she is first trying to see if, just like being around it and like, if, because it seems like some of them are sometimes paying attention and some of them aren't.
As you go over to it, it doesn't seem to pay you much mind right away.
Okay. Excuse me.
It just kind of does not seem to clock your presence. It's just kind of looking around. It's like talking to a statue.
Okay. I will commune with it with the intent not of taking it over, but more so getting to that space that last time seemed to.
Okay. So you remember that one of the biggest things, in addition to you just kind of like fucking with things within this thing's mind, just time. So like the longer you spend in the Matrix, the more chance you're gonna be found. So I get the sense you're kind of taking your time with this and not like, okay. So after a short amount of time, you watch as the machine just kind of like snaps its neck towards you and then just begins quivering. And with that, after I'd say about like a minute of this, you hear Solinor's voice kind of peek through. Signal.
Hi.
I'm glad you came to me.
Yes, I did.
Are you
I
ready
said
to come home?
no. I said I would talk to you on my terms. And so I've got some terms. Because your machines keep hurting my companions, and one, I need that to stop. But I also had some questions.
I stole these machines to a benefactor in the city. They're directly under my control unless I choose for them to be. If your friends were hurt by the machines, it was not because of my will.
So, why are you working with Beaumont? What do you get out of this relationship with him?
Sundar, I'm an artist. And he is
a collector of artwork. We did business together. I have no interests in Beaumont's political ambitions.
You know, a lot of people say you are a pretty bad person.
What does your heart say? You know me.
You could have told me what you were doing instead of throwing me in jail. Do you know what Ironford Prison is like? Have you been there before?
I gave your captors very specific instructions that you are not to be harmed. You were simply put on a timeout so that you could have some time to think about consequences of throwing tantrums.
Do your machines see invisible things? I need to do something where your machines are walking around and I'm trying to get around them.
It sounds like you are hoping to bypass security systems that are put into place by my handiwork, and by doing so, lessening the product that I've sold to some very powerful people.
But in doing so, increasing my own strength and all of the magic that you've taught me.
If you wanted to become strong, if you wanted to realize your potential, you would come back home.
Was that what you meant when you said that all I have can be yours?
That's right.
It's great talking with you. I'm not coming home yet. I'm still figuring things out.
Maybe
And I try and
you
leave.
need some encouragement. And you watch as the sentinel just like reaches forward and slowly kind of puts its arm around your arm.
I'm going to pull my arm away and leave.
Okay. Make an athletics or acrobatics check.
You have D8.
That's a 1.
Okay, you are grappled by this thing. It's just holding your arm in place.
Is there just the one?
And think about this. You're being foolish right now, and you're wasting time. I was going to get you out of that prison anyways. It's time to come home. Now.
You put me in that prison, Solanor. I would have been home if you hadn't sent me and dropped me into a dark mine where I had to work every day to survive. You did this. This is your fault. And now you are the one throwing the tantrum. And I'm going to Misty Step to break the grapple.
Okay, where are you misty stepping to?
Just like 10 feet back.
Back away from it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you do so. As this happens, you hear an echoing of Solinor's voice coming from now ahead of you and also behind you.
You were inquiring into matters that were none of your business and that you weren't ready for. I was protecting you as I have always protected you. Everything that I have shown you has been something that has made you stronger. That's been all I've wanted to do, is make you stronger.
You see a second sentinel approaching from behind at this point. At this point, you are causing a bit of a scene, and there is a crowd beginning to slowly part away from your group right now.
Nora, we need to go.
How far away are all these sentinels?
Make a perception check.
Oh boy. That is, oh my god, sad rolls today. That's a 10.
10. There's one that's 30 feet behind you and one that's 10 feet in front of you.
I kind of look over to the group. I think it is time to go. Let's skedaddle. And I try and like head their direction. Because I tried to kind of step away a tiny bit. But
So you're attempting to go which direction?
back towards where everyone else is standing.
Okay. As you kind of get towards the cluster of your group, after a
Can
short
I
period of time, there's a third
interpose?
sentinel that appears from the west.
We need to go now.
I'd like to put myself in between Sandara and the closest sentinel.
I'll stay covering the rear as well. I've got an idea. Something if we have to use it to slow them down.
Sandara,
I'll go to the west.
I'm not going to hurt you, but I will hurt these people that you call friends.
I'm going to try and vortex warp the closest sentinels. As far away as I can, which is 90 feet.
Okay. Are you placing them safely somewhere?
I mean,
Or you're not really thinking about it too much?
I'm not really thinking about it. I'm just trying to move them as far away as I physically can. My magic.
You're doing this to two of them?
Yes, I'll twin it.
90
What's
feet
the save on this?
directly up in the air.
Sorry. Again?
What's that?
What did you say?
The save?
Oh, it is a Constitution saving throw. It is a 16.
One saves and one fails. So the one in front of you is warped away. The one behind you briefly kind of like shifts in space, and you watch as like it's almost like this kind of like gravitational anomaly where its appendages are like getting smaller and larger, and it's just kind of like warping in and out, and then it just like steps out of it.
Time to run.
Yep, let's run.
With that, a fourth sentinel with one disappeared appears now from the east. And
Run.
once again, you hear the voice just say,
The city of Newtown is now filled with my eyes. There is nowhere to run. There is no choice here. You will come back to my island now.
Time to go to the boat.
Well, you're not going to just whisk her away. So
I whisk
Do
her
me
away.
thing, Salinor.
with,
I've got
with that, at the same time, all three of the Clockwork Sentinels just whip their heads at you and just say,
You will speak only when spoken to. I'm here for her, not you.
oh no, thank you.
So Varric
Fail.
just kind of stepped in front of me and
Yes.
was like in a protective stance. And
Interposing
Sindar
it.
realizes that and kind of comes to the thought and goes, "No, I'll stand in front of them," and stands in front of the rest of the group. So
Sandara, this may not be a fight we can win. We need to leave.
I know. Yeah, I would love to leave. Let's leave. I will
Um,
stand here. And...
as this happens, from the crowd around you, you see a single individual begin to walk towards you. It appears to be a female in robes that look very similar to yours, Sandara. And as she's young, beautiful, elven. As you look across her face, she has kind of the same, like, scattered light markings that you do. You don't recognize her, but she looks like she could be your sister. There's some kind of resemblance, whether it's just the fact that you're both coming from the same clan, but
Clone.
she's
You're a
definitely not a
fucking robot.
clone.
Right?
But she
Shoot
looks
it.
at you as she steps forward and just says, with almost a pleading voice, "Please, it's better to just do as he asks."
Okay, I get them all out.
She looks
Who
at you and
are
just says, "I promise that doesn't end well."
Who are you? What is your name? Where are you from?
She looks at you and just says, "I'm from the same place you are."
What are you? I have never heard of anyone who has left Valindri. What are you doing here?
And you watch as she's just kind of like, almost, make an insight check for me.
She's also a robot. He's perfected the robots.
Right.
We got
That's a
Dr. Doom over
17.
here. Making perfect replicas of himself.
She seems genuinely terrified right now. And it seems like she wants to give you information, but she keeps looking at the clockwork sentinels around her. And like, very much like you are asking her about, just like, even talking to her, you get the sense that like she's not supposed to be talking to you at all. And
Are
with
there
that,
are there a lot of people like watching this right now?
yeah, there are.
I would like to call out to them then and somehow insightfully like show that this is a dictatorship. This is not here. They are not here to help you. I'd like to call out to them and say something along the lines of they're trying to take her against her will
I'll pick up
with
what
no
Alara's doing.
provocation. With no fucking provocation. And this is the protection you wanted? You don't want guild members to do this, but you want a cheaper dictator now that can take you at any point, that has flooded the cities with his soldiers. Take any one of you at any point in time against your will. This
Vale,
is better.
Were you getting involved with this too?
Oh yeah, I'm basically just saying the same things. Actually, you said pretty much exactly what I was going to say. I'm just backing her up and
Here's what
calling
I'll
for
do.
help.
Vale, what's your performance bonus?
+11. Let me double check. +8.
+8. Alara, roll a d20 and add 8 to it.
Fucking terrible. 13.
Guys, come on.
13. You, in the back, you just hear a voice just go, "Yeah!" And you watch as this kind of like portly, like young gentleman with glasses steps forward. Looks like he's human, like maybe in his mid-30s.
No. It happened.
Oh no, did Alex freeze?
Yes.
The robots are taking over. They took his screen now.
We gotta start a riot. Then we steal the
Yeah,
book.
that's what I'm trying to
Yeah,
do, pretty
that's
much.
perfect.
Get everybody up against these fucking things. This is
Start
the
a
moment I've been
march.
kinda
We're
waiting for.
marching on the tower.
I was going to
that's such a
fucking.
genius
This is
idea.
where I should have had motivational speech prepared. I
Yeah.
literally have a spell that would have done that. And I
He-
looked at it before we started this little journey, and I'm like,
Does not
nah.
look like a tough
Oh, you're maybe back.
Yay, you're back.
He's back, okay.
Yeah.
So as the crowd starts to close in on the Clockwork Sentinels, you watch as one of them like throws something at one and just kind of like bonks it on the head and just kind of turns. It doesn't deal any damage, but you watch as like
It's like the.
Okay.
In Age of Ultron with the Stark robots.
pretty
goes
pretty
in the
much
city.
like in the Age of Ultron with the Stark robots. Yeah, kind of like that. Yeah, where you have a mob of people that are angry at robots. However, it's a little shorter lived as you watch as the Clockwork Sentinel just kind of looks around in a panic, and you watch as that kind of blue liquid-like substance begins to kind of slosh around in its skull, and then you watch as it turns red, and you hear in the distance this, and you kind of look around and you see just like a large, almost like a large shadow of what looks like maybe like a bird or something flying above you, until a massive clockwork construct stands before you. It is where it looks like it has some kind of mask around its face. That blue liquid that you saw before is completely red. And as this happens, the crowd starts screaming and scatters
Wow.
I
as
yell.
Pussies.
Sorry. I yell to alert the Sea of Swords and the Temple of, or the Tempest.
This
Um,
Quarry.
Yeah, that's the one.
Are we near the crash ship?
I think we're in the middle-ish of the city. I don't know.
Are you near the Sea of Swords? Not particularly. Let me.
Yeah, we're all pussyfooting. I run at the nearest sentinel that's not gigantic and attack it.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Setting things up.
Didn't know we were pussy, but yeah, you thought he was.
I was literally just about to ask, like, are we doing this?
Yeah.
Like, all right, there's your
I'm not
answer.
sure we should, but
I go to the large one.
I want to go talk or give the engineer like a secret message.
hell yeah, dude.
How large is this gigantic one?
I'd say
Oh.
height-wise, it stands at about gunner-sized.
Oh,
Okay.
that's big.
That's a big boy,
By
yeah.
the way, you are a machine voice right now.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sentinel.
Sorry, I'm trying to do a couple things. I've got fucking shit on my screen that I can't get rid of. Fuck. Fuck off. Okay. All right. Now here comes the multitasking part. Oh, can I just do this? Oh yeah. There we go. Okay. So I'm now streaming,
Is that thing?
but this is what the Clockwork Troll looks like.
Cool.
Work. That's it.
Whoa, Jesus.
So I'd like everyone to roll initiative as Varric rushes the Clockwork Troll.
Terrible. I got 8.
Still have a D8.
Let's go
Sinjara.
15 and up.
19.
Thank you.
Okay, 15 and below.
12.
8.
8 for me
11.
as well.
And then Laura and Cass. 13. Okay. All right. So top of the round. As you approach the clockwork troll, it actually lashes out at you in a flurry of attacks as it is going first.
Okay.
Need more dice for this.
Oh, that's not a good thing to
That's
say.
That's, yeah, that's ominous.
24 to hit.
That hits.
17 to hit. 9 to hit.
No.
12
no.
to hit.
No.
13 to hit. And
No.
a 22 to hit.
Yes.
That
Two
gives
out
me
of
6
6.
attacks.
Yeah. Well, it's got 6 arms.
We'll say this is going to be with a hook. Oh, that's max damage. Nice. So that is 14 points of piercing damage reduced to 11,
Mm-hmm.
plus 12 points of slashing damage reduced to 9. As you just watch a whirlwind of attacks that Varric just basically bats one arm away and then turns his back and then just turtles up, and you watch as just sparks are flying across his heavy armor. With that, the Clockwork Sentinel is going to take a bonus action to disengage, and it is going to move up here and scale up this building.
Okay. That's the big
It's going to make it about halfway up the building. So oh god. Oh god. Yeah, okay. That brings us to Varric. You look to the left and the right, and there are Clockwork Sentinels behind you and on either side of you.
There's how many?
There's 4 total.
4 total?
There's 3 plus the big one, and one that Sundara yoked to pretty far away.
Okay.
Which one's closest?
They're pretty
This is-
equidistant.
What about the one in the back?
The one in the back that's like maybe 40 feet.
Okay. Then, whichever one I can get to within my movement, I guess.
Okay. We'll just say it's this one over here. Yeah. You can close that distance.
Okay. I'd like to take some attacks on this guy.
Okay. Make your attacks.
So my first attack is a 15.
That misses.
My second attack is less than that.
Okay. So your first attack strikes it in the shoulder, and you just watch as it doesn't quite have enough oomph in it to deal damage. And the second attack, it just blocks with one of its arms as it raises the other to strike at you. With that brings us to both of those Clockwork Sentinels. They are going to rush and make attacks of their own. This one is going to attempt to grapple you in space right now. I need an athletics check.
Mm-hmm.
The number to beat is 23.
I'm grappled.
Okay, you are grappled, and it strikes twice into your armor and does not find purchase. This sentinel here will take a double dash. Actually, it's going to run over here, see Cass, and double dash into him.
Yeah, shit.
That brings us to Sandara and Samugi.
Ours
And then
first. I was 11.
Well, you guys are. Sandara was a 12, you were 11. You guys can go at the same time. In fact, everyone can, including Cass, can choose to go right now. Because you guys are all basically sharing the same space and initiative.
Smoothie's gonna summon arms. And who is, let me see. I don't know what my range is for this, like how many people have to roll. Let's see, 10 feet. So everyone, I don't know, each creature within 10 feet. So I have to choose one. Let me see.
Does it hurt your friends?
No.
Yeah, then you can basically. I mean, if you
Does
can
anyone-
do a climbing monk fight with this thing up here if you want to, the big one.
Sure, I'll jump and just. I'm
'Cause you
gonna
have a climbing speed.
jump and summon.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's gonna be a dex.
I kind
throw.
of imagine like a crouching tiger, like gyroscopic view of Samugi, like beginning to run up this wall, and the camera just like shifts 90 degrees as you run up the wall and just like fight this creature sideways. So what's the save for this?
15.
15?
Yeah.
That is a failure. It takes full damage on this.
And what is his size multiplier for me?
Oh. This thing would be considered... technically, I think it would be huge, so... That's an extra... So once per round, you can add an extra 3d4.
Well, that's 14 points of force damage.
Okay.
And for my action, I'm going to use Word of the Spirit. And I'm going to amplify my... Yes?
That is.
I will explain it. I am going to amplify my voice so that all creatures within 600 feet can hear me.
Whoa.
And I'm going to say, brothers and I'm basically going to carry out Alara's
Yeah.
request. I'm going to say, brothers and sisters of Tempest Fury and the Sea of Swords, come join us in arms as we fight against this tyranny.
Okay.
That's my attack.
Give me a roll 2d20 and take the higher and add 8 to the roll.
I rolled a 19 and a natural 20, so 28.
Yeah,
Very good.
good shit.
Okay.
Long Gandalf the White coming down
Yeah,
to save us.
Very much Gandalf the White. So first off, what was the damage you rolled for your arms exploding?
14.
And that was with your Titan Slayer or Titan
Yeah.
Butcher?
Yeah.
14. Okay, and that's force damage,
You're-
which it is affected by. So you watch as Samugi runs up the wall and just like explodes with this force energy, and you watch as he almost like slides on the building a little bit as one of the astral arms kind of like holds him in place as he just reaches out, and in this booming voice, you almost see this astral like kind of Oni theater mask appear at his face as uncannily, his elderly voice just booms out throughout New Callum. Shortly after, you hear citywide a call to arms, and you hear rebellion break out in the streets. As word of what is going on here is spreading like wildfire. In the distance, you do see there are what appear to be a few stray paladins that look like they're inbound right now. So that is your turn, Samughi. Sandara, what are you doing?
I am going to step in front of Vale, kind of in between that sentinel and her, and I'm going to cast Sorcerer's Burst.
Okay.
And then I'm going to stay there in like a defensive position, like have my arms out to protect Vale, or try to see what happens.
Okay.
That is 21 to hit.
21 hits.
11 damage.
What kind of damage?
Lightning.
Lightning. So, as it takes this damage, you watch as it does not appear to be affected by it in a major way, but you watch as there's this like pack on its. This is a slightly different model that it looks slightly altered to the first version you saw. It looks like there's a pack on its back that is now warbling and getting a little bit unsteady. Other than that, the Sentinel itself appears to almost have an increased movement speed, and it almost appears to have been bolstered a little bit by that lightning. Go ahead and make an Arcana check for me.
That's the exact opposite of what I wanted. That's an 18.
So, in a moment, you look at this and you're not sure if this is good or bad. You get the sense that small to moderate amounts of lightning can bolster these creatures, but if they are overcharged, the results would be catastrophic to them. So that's what you gather with that. Anything else you'd like to do?
No.
Okay. That brings us to Alara and Vale. Are you
All
in
I would
cast or
like-
Vale form?
Huh?
Are you in cast or Vale form?
Fail.
Okay.
All I'd like to do is just call on the Raven Queen. We need your help now more than ever, and just cast Bless on Samugi, Varric, and Vale.
Smoothie, Varric, Vale. Got it.
Yep. And that
They
is
are
all I can do.
blessed. Okay. Vale, what are you doing?
Sundara runs up next to me, and I can kind of sense her motivations, I think. I'm wise enough to pick up what she's putting down. And I'm gonna leave combat range and try to move behind her.
Okay. You will take an opportunity attack that will miss you.
Okay. And then I will... Can you rotate the camera towards Varric? Okay. I'll say, Solinor, don't know if you're still there, if you can hear me. I will speak when I want to, unless, of course, you approach and make me stop. I'm going to cast Command on the big dude and the one next to Varric.
Oh.
Wow.
Damn.
What is the DC?
It is, God, 16. Let me figure out what kind of check. A wisdom 16. Unless they are undead by some.
The big one succeeds, the other one fails.
Okay. On his turn, he has to approach me and ends his turn. On his turn, though.
It's his turn next.
Okay, well then, yeah.
Okay.
And as a bonus action, I will inspire. You know what? No, actually, fuck it. I'll Hexblade Curse the one next to Varric.
Okay. Technically, you shouldn't get an opportunity attack for this, rules as written, but to me it makes sense that you would, because it was a command, so it's like, it's not like
It's
forced
forced
movement.
Yeah.
It's like
It's
it's
like-
choosing, it's whatever.
Yeah.
So you can take an
So-
opportunity attack, Barrick.
Okay.
However, I reserve the right to use this against you guys.
19.
It feels fair.
That hits.
I'm gonna use the tripping attack as well.
That's going to be a 15.
That is a failure.
So it doesn't quite make it to you, but it's crawling towards you.
Alright, yeah, it has its entire turn if it doesn't make it to me.
Yeah,
A total of 15 points
15 points of damage. Got it.
of crushing damage. Actually, I am also going to use the Crusher feat to move it 5 feet to the other side of the street.
This way?
Yeah.
Okay, you can move it up there. Okay. That brings us to top of the round. The Clockwork Ogre is, while hanging here, is going to make 5 attacks on you, Samoogs. 17. Does that hit?
Yes.
18.
Yes.
25. 20. And another 20.
Okay.
Okay.
Goodbye,
Oh my
Samugi.
god. Oh no.
You dice, Alex.
Alright. So that is 9 points of damage for the first, 8 points of damage for the second, 9 points of damage for the third, 9 points of damage for the fourth, and 7 points of damage for the fifth.
42.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm barely hanging on.
Okay. So you watch as this thing just wreaks a flurry of attacks at Smoogie while it's hanging onto the side of the building. It is then going to bonus action disengage, drop.
Oh, damn it.
Actually, it's going to drop right here.
Oh no.
And
Perfect.
that ends its turn. That brings us to Varric.
I would like to attack the big boy.
Okay.
There you get a D4 to your attacks.
You get 2d4 because you are flanking it.
Hell yeah.
Oh, actually, cancel that. You just get the 1d4 for bless.
Okay.
You talking to me?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. 19 to hit.
19 misses.
What's your
A
D4?
natural 20.
Oh, shit.
Unnatural 20?
Natural.
Natural 20 hits.
Okay.
And you get a third attack if you'd like it, because of your Great Weapon Master.
Yeah. We're gonna add a trip attack on this
Okay.
before we do the third attack.
Sure. 17 for the strength saving throw.
That saves.
Okay. So then roll your third attack.
And 28 points of damage for that one that hit, and then 24 to hit.
24 hits.
Okay. And then 9. So 28 and 9 points of damage. So 37 points of damage total.
So, you watch as Varric rushes up behind this thing and does a leaping strike in the air and hits it right in the back. And you see it's got this large, like, strange-looking pack on its back. And Varric, you hit it right dead center on that thing.
Mhm.
And although the impact doesn't appear to do direct damage to the creature itself, you watch as there is an explosion of lightning around it. I actually need everyone around it, including the other sentinel, to make a dexterity saving throw, which it fails.
Natural 20, thank God.
Hey, me too.
Nice.
Yeah.
21.
And Varric?
7!
So, Varric, you smash this thing and you watch as you hear it whirring. There's glass on the bulb part of it that you've cracked. And you hear this whirring and whining. Everyone else ducks. You take 6 points of lightning damage.
Okay.
That 28 points of damage that you dealt to it is converted to lightning damage, which, because it's over the threshold, it is vulnerable to. So that's 56 points of lightning damage that you dealt.
Cool.
Oh. I thought I was taking 56 points of lightning.
No.
That's fine.
And you watch as it now moves a little bit slower. The second strike, where you just hit it kind of in the back, does not appear to do as much as you would hope.
Okay.
Because of your blooded weapon, you also get a temporary hit point bonus for getting a crit, I believe.
How many temporary hit points?
I think it's a 1d6.
Well.
Okay. That's Varric's go. That brings us to the Clockwork Sun. Oh, this thing also failed.
Wow.
Save. It takes another 1 point of lightning damage. As it gets back to its turn, that lightning energy that it was sparking with from your spell, Sandara, it finally, over this course of time, has finally absorbed, and it's kind of back to its baseline. It is going to rush past you and attempt to attack Vale.
God damn it.
And
That's
it
right.
is flanking.
Yeah.
Here we go. That's a 26 to hit you. Over 20, and then a 17.
Yep.
Hits. Okay. That's 9 plus 7. So that's 18 points of slashing damage from a flurry of attacks from this thing.
Alrighty.
Damn it, I hate that 2-level spells fucking buffer. I have to choose whether to save you guys or fucking do something to fuck this big guy up. That could benefit all of us.
At this point, with a natural 20, double dashing into the fray, a friendly face appears
My wife.
as your ex-wife joins the fray.
Amazing.
She double dashed with a bonus action, looking up and seemingly from the distance seeing Samugi get absolutely like eviscerated by this thing. She's going to cast Shield of Faith. So Samugi, until this spell is down, you have a +2 to your AC.
Okay, cool.
And she is now in the fray. That brings us to the second Clockwork Soldier. This thing is going to get up. Use half its movement to get behind Varric. And take a series of attacks on him. It's also flanking. So that's a 20.
Hits.
Over 20.
Hits.
Over 20.
Hits.
Over 20.
Hits.
9 reduced to 6. 9 reduced to 6. 5 reduced to 2. 6 reduced to 3.
The one time I don't take mass healing word.
Unlucky. That brings us to Sandara and Samugi and Alara and Vale.
Okay. Before anybody goes, I'm doing this. I'm going first on this.
Save us.
All right. Who's looking the most bloodied out of Samugi
Samugi
and?
took the
Probably
most
Samugi.
damage by
Samugi.
far.
Samugi for sure.
Okay, I will cast
Well-
healing word on you, Samugi.
And then Varric.
And then I will actually hold on. There's no way I don't want to metagame it. One of you I can heal to about half. One of you I can heal possibly over it.
Just
Do what you think.
let
is
your
best.
healer instincts kick in.
I can say it's pretty obvious that Samugi took the largest amount of damage, especially given the surface area of his body.
Okay, so I will use my action to do my Channel Divinity Preserve Life on Samugi, which heals you up to 30 hit points but cannot push you past half.
So it
Was
sounds to
my-
me like you want to do that before the healing word.
Correct.
Okay.
So that's
So-
half of mine, or he's rolling for it.
So let's just say that Samugi, what's your total hit points?
45 total.
That's remaining or like max?
I have 3 out of 45.
Okay. So,
Minimum would be 20,
so then you could heal up to 20.
21 hit
Round up.
points.
28.
19 total.
20. Again?
Wait, no,
Okay.
that's 56. Sorry. Yeah.
22 and a half.
28.
Is
We'll
half
call
of
it 23.
45.
So you heal to 23,
Okay.
and then you get a healing word on top of that.
No. I was going to healing word Varric.
Oh, then healing word Varric. Okay.
Yeah, that's why I was asking. Also, so since you only took 20 of those healing hit points, is anybody else below half? Because I have 10 more I can give out. It says any number of creatures within 30 feet.
I'm below half.
I will give you as many to put you at half. If 10 gets you to half, then
No.
okay. Well, I'll give you the R10 then, and then I will healing word you on top of that,
Whoa.
which gives you 18 more hit points.
Awesome.
Did you equip that charm that you were
Um,
given, or do you just have it?
I just have it.
Sounds good.
Unfortunately, yeah, I did not think to do that, but that's okay.
You said 18, right?
Correct.
Okay.
That brings us to Sandara, Samugi,
I will-
and Vale.
Wow.
Does anybody want? Is
Go ahead.
anybody super jazzed to go
Sure.
first? Okay. I'm going to attack the big guy. I'm going to start off with a quickened mind sliver and see if that does something. That's a intelligence saving throw.
Uh, hmm.
I hope that's not necrotic, because I think they're unaffected by it.
It's not.
No,
It's
it's
psychic.
Probably psychic,
Psychic.
which is also up in the air, I think.
Yeah.
Fails the save. It. What? Let me look up the spell. Here's the thing. I'm gonna make a DM ruling on this. It is technically immune to psychic damage, but Sandara, you are a clockwork sorcerer and engineer of the Matrix who can get into the network of these things. So I'm gonna say, by nature of your character, you actually bypass that, and this thing is affected with the damage. It still would have been affected by the other part of the spell, but it does take the damage too. So go ahead and roll your damage.
Sweet. That is 6 damage.
Okay, 6 points of damage. And it has a negative d4 to its next attack or save.
Which I will now cast Mind Whip, which is another save. Intelligence.
That's a abysmal failure.
Yay. That's 14 damage, and on its turn, it can only do a move, an action, or a bonus action, and it cannot take any reactions.
Oof.
So if anybody wants to move,
Brutal.
I would back away.
Okay. I mean, it's still. I'd say you can do that. You watch as it kind of slumps over, and it's almost entranced by Sandara here, as she lashes out with this unseen psychic energy, and you watch as the head of this thing is just quivering. I will say, at initiative 10, you watch as another Clockwork Sentinel begins to dash into the fray as well.
This is the one that got launched?
It would appear so. Vale, you haven't gone yet.
I will. Fucking, not that it really matters.
You're in a clump of bullshit right now.
Yeah. Seeing the big one's a little dazed. I'll do a really cool spin maneuver and face my back towards the dude that's left me. Rotate around him, back to Sandara.
yes.
Stand next to her, and as I spin, I'm gonna the sort of flowery vines wrapping around this construct for my one of my hexes are gonna grip a little tighter because I'm gonna actually hex it. I'm gonna double up on my hexes.
To be fair, this one I believe is got the hex blade.
That's the one I'm talking about.
Okay.
I'm gonna shoot him with woody crossbows as I spin.
If you don't break
Yep.
melee, you will be at disadvantage.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that worked. Okay, so then I will be at disadvantage.
Okay. It rolled a natural 1 on its opportunity attack, and you watch as it lashes out, or as it rears back to strike you, one of the elbow joints snaps, and it gets stuck in that position, and it is now down to 3 attacks.
Oh,
Hmm.
okay. I will fire my 2 shots.
Save.
Wow, that's really good.
And this is with the crossbow, or this is with the polyloot, right?
This is with the Polyloot, a rescanned Eldritch Blast,
Yeah.
because I've worn that spell out.
Yeah.
I'm okay. 24 and 23.
Those both hit. All right, these are going to be meaty. Go ahead and roll your ungodly numbers.
It's only 27. I rolled pretty poorly.
I mean,
So yeah, 27 points of force.
ooh.
And actually, never mind, because Hex is necrotic.
Yeah. The necrotic damage is not going to affect it.
So what was the number I just said?
27.
27 minus 4.
Okay, 23 points of damage.
And then is my Hexblade's Curse. That just is the same amount of... That's just...
I think it's just extra damage,
Extra
so it's just force
damage,
damage.
okay, and that's my turn.
Okay.
Wait, where... hold on, is the new construct coming from behind me?
It is.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, fuck that. I go down the street towards where Alara is. About 15 feet. Yeah,
Okay.
that's my turn.
Okay. That brings us to this one here. It's going to rush and attack you, Alara. That is a 19 to hit.
Hits.
Natural 1 to hit.
Misses.
Good to know.
And a natural 19.
That's a hit.
What happens when it rolls a natural 1? You tell me.
I'd say it could like miss and almost. Well, I would hope that it would miss and like hit its own arm and fucking block its own attack, but it's too late to say that. I don't know. I'll leave it to you.
That's fine. So what are you blocking it with? Are you just like blocking it with your armor, or like do you have a staff?
Well, I have like a bracer that's pretty much made of like driftwood. That's on my
Okay.
left arm. That's
Okay.
what I would be blocking with.
So as it strikes with its first attack, you block that, and you actually kind of grab around its arm, and as it swings with the second, you twist, and you make it chop its own arm off.
Oh.
It's crippled as well.
Yeah.
Outside of that, you take 16 points of slashing damage, and I need you to make 2 Constitution saving throws.
Yep.
And you know what? I'll make it take damage for its own sliced arm, too.
How much damage did I take? Sorry.
16.
16. All right. First one is natural 9.
Okay, bless is down.
Yep.
And 5 kids is why you always bless yourself.
Yeah, good point. I wasn't
okay.
thinking. I was hoping I was going to be able to stay back out of the fight because everybody was like out and about. I'm like, yeah,
Nope,
I'm safe back here.
unless you actually have your sanctuary up, you always bless yourself.
Yep.
Samugi, did you already go?
Nope,
I
it's
didn't
some
No.
movie. Sorry.
It's okay.
What are you doing,
Is that
Samoogs?
the end of your turn? Okay. For my action, I'm going to drink a healing potion.
That's a bonus action.
Oh, is it? Okay. In that case, I'm going to use my action to.
And is it a standard healing potion? I believe you guys have a couple of those.
Yeah, just healing potion.
So that's 4d4 plus 4.
4d4 plus 4. Okay. Seven, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so that's 14. And then so that was my bonus action. I'm just gonna attack with my astral arms.
What are you attacking?
The big guy.
The big guy.
Yeah. That is.
You have advantage on these attacks because he is currently stunned from the overload effect.
Good, good, good.
Okay, so 15 plus 24 to hit.
That hits.
Four. So that's going to be 13 points of force damage, and I'm going to use Stunning Strike, which means that you have to, I'm going to make the target stunned until the end of my next turn if it fails the Constitution saving throw. DC 15.
18 on its Constitution save.
Okay.
You have a second attack as well.
Why? Do I?
Yeah. 5th level monks have
Why?
multi-attack. So for your action, you hit twice.
Still. Okay.
And sorry, how
Can I
much
use
damage did you do?
That
Yeah, you
was,
can use it.
what did I say?
Yeah, you can use it
That
again.
was 13. Okay.
13? Okay.
Do it all over again then. Great.
Okay, just keep track of your key points and how many of those you're spending.
Alright, yeah, I'm keeping track of those.
So roll
so
with
that's-
advantage.
okay. Um, 22 to hit.
That hits.
Nice. And then 10 points force damage. And I'm going to use Stunning Strike again.
Okay. Does a natural 1 save?
Does not, unfortunately, for you.
Pretty close though. That
All
was
right,
a good
cool. So I'm stunned for another round.
job.
We
Good
finally
shit.
have a monk.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. God. Yeah. All right. Cool. What else you do? Is that it?
That's all.
Cool. Thank you. So Mugi comes up behind it and just with 2 hands just claps it twice across the sides of the face, and it is completely just disoriented and like just shaking right now. Jesus. On a natural 20, Sarah Stoneheart is going to roll in. She is going to, seeing that this thing is weakened, she is going to take an attack at advantage. She's going to go Great Weapon Master. Oof. Okay, that's a natural 17. She's going to dump a 2nd level smite into this. Oof. Okay. Plus 1, 2, 10, 15.
Sugar Paladin.
So she has a slashing weapon, so it does less damage. So it does 13 physical damage and then another 16 radiant.
Should have gone Paladin.
She's gonna do another. Now a 1st level smite, still at advantage. Great Weapon Master, that also hits. That's the same. So 13 physical. And oops, wait. And then another 10 radiant, so it's 23.
Disgusting.
Okay. So you watch as Sarah Stoneheart runs up to it, And as she does, she just kicks it in the knee joint, causing it to kind of bend to one knee. And as it falls, she catches it on the inside of one of the rib platings with her sword angled upwards and just drives that into whatever inner skeleton this thing has. And you watch as a bolt of radiant light fires down from the heavens as they open up and just strikes this thing. And you watch as the plating around it is now starting to melt with the holy light of Helm. Okay. That brings us to where are we?
It'd be second initiative.
Varric.
Yes.
What's that? What's that, Eddie?
So, I thought she had a natty, so she was top of initiative now, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it can't move, so that brings us to Varric.
Alright. We're gonna take 2 attacks. And they're at advantage still?
They're still at advantage.
So we're gonna do my Great Weapon Master. If I can find my thing. That doesn't
And
hit. Oh,
I'm going to ask you, are you aiming for anything in particular?
I'm trying to trip it.
Okay.
So 20?
20 hits.
Okay.
I mean, it is stunned, so it automatically fails the saving throw.
Yes.
But you can't disarm it.
Remove its arms.
Yeah, I mean, you can do it literally.
Yeah.
So 16 points of damage. And then the second, plus 10, 26 points of damage.
Damn.
And then, second attack. Same thing, Great Weapon Master. 19?
19 does not get through its armor.
Okay. We're gonna action surge then,
Okay.
because it's
Do it.
time. Time to action surge.
You know what? I'm going to make another ruling here. When it's able to defend itself, it is immune to being flanked because it has so many appendages.
Mhm.
But it's stunned. So I'll allow you the D4 flanking bonus while it's stunned. So that 19 would have hit.
Okay.
So would you still want to action surge or no?
Yeah.
Okay. So then go ahead and roll the rest of your attacks with action surge, with that in mind that you get a D4 flanking bonus.
Okay.
So it does 13 damage on that second attack then.
Okay.
Oh, plus 10. Sorry. Forgot about Great Weapon. Let's do it again. Great Weapon Master.
Okay.
For the action surge.
So its AC is 20.
Okay.
I'm gonna break 100 damage here.
And it's a D4 for the flank.
Flanking bonus, yep.
Okay, so 21.
Hits.
And 23 points of damage.
Okay. Jesus. You're noticing your bludgeoning damage from this magical weapon is as effective as it would be on any creature.
Okay. Good to know. How's it look?
It looks bad.
Cool.
For the fuck of it, I'll tell you guys that collectively you've dealt 243 damage to this thing.
What?
Holy fuck.
This.
Okay.
It is it's barely holding on right now. Okay. Okay, now we have finally some Clockwork Sentinels to go. Man, I can't do what I wanted to do. Alright, this one's gonna unload on Varric. It has 3 attacks because of missing. Natural 19, natural 17, and then that's gonna miss.
Okay.
So that is 5 points of damage reduced to 2, and 6 points of damage reduced to 3. This Clockwork Sentinel is going to attack Sandara. Natural 16. So we'll call that. So that'll be a 21.
That hits.
And-
Shield just in case.
well, the next one is going to be a 13,
Doesn't hit.
and then a natural fucking 1.
Yay.
They're chopping their own arms off.
This time it does not lose an appendage, but it misses horribly. For this first strike, you take 8 points of slashing damage for that strike. Okay. At point 13 of initiative, the engineer is going to enter the fray. He is going to use a quickened spell. She can't even do that. No, she'll use. God.
Is it the engineer to fix the automatons?
It's the woman who was talking to Sandara a second ago.
Oh, okay.
Who disappeared in the crowd and then is here. She's going to use her action to do a distant spell, and she's going to cast Mending on the big one and heal it a little bit. And she is going to use a quickened spell to commune with Clockwork to attempt to repair this one here. And it is no longer crippled. That is going to bring us to Sandara, Samugi. And now you guys are separated in initiative. So Sandara and Samugi. What are y'all doing?
I will try and attack the giant one that is down. Or, yeah, do that with magic missile.
Okay.
Oh, he's got prosthetics.
That is going to be 10 damage.
Okay.
And then as a bonus action, I'm going to dodge. Got the nimble feet, or nimble physique feet.
You tell me. Okay. Damn it. Ah. Okay. God, that seems good. Okay. Samugi, what are you doing?
Smoothie's gonna do an unarmed attack with astral arms ×2. 23 and 22 to hit.
Both hit.
Yeah. Eighteen, 19 points of force damage. And I am going to... Well, he's going to stay stunned until the end of this turn, effectively, right?
Until once your turn ends, he is unstunned.
Okay, so I'm going to re-stun because I can do that, right? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, I for the saving throw, I got a 23.
All right. Was that a bonus action? That's not even my bonus action, though.
No, it just happens. It just happens.
Okay. So, bonus action.
How many times did you attack?
Twice.
Twice. Okay, gotcha. What are you doing with the bonus action?
Bonus action, I'm going to do a flurry of blows. That is
Look up both Eddie and James
17.
doing this.
There's a fucking hit the fuck out of
Does
the thing.
17 hit?
Did you add a D4 to that?
No. So it's supposed to be adding a D4? Or can I just do
Yes,
that
you are.
once? Oh, fuck. Okay. 20.
That's what you need.
Okay. Awesome. And then do I add my size multiplier
Flurry of
to...
blows is
since I already...
attack.
I know, but since I already used that, my 3d4s, can I
It's
use them during my once per turn?
No, it's once per round.
Okay, got it.
So I think you have another flurry of blows attack, right? Because that was
Okay,
just
that's
one.
right. Okay. Yeah, so my first one only did 4 points of damage. And I rolled a natural 1 for my second one.
Perfect. It's about time.
The
All right, go
D4
and
can
roll
stay
damage
back.
for your. Go and roll damage for your. First, the flurry of blows attack.
4.
It has to be more than that. Because your
No, it's
modifier alone.
It's 1d6 plus 3, I thought,
Oh.
right? And I just rolled a 1 for damage.
Oh, okay, that could be possible. Okay.
Sorry.
No, that's okay.
No, I know it's okay with you, but
Okay. All right, excellent turn. On your natural 1, you hit it square in the chest, and then just break all the tiles underneath it. And that is going to be an eyesore later for the business that is right here. And it looks very expensive to replace. And as an artisan, you feel bad about that.
It's an emotional, that one.
Yeah. So that brings us to this Clockwork Sentinel. It is going. Oh, wait, God, which one? There's one of them that goes here. It's got to be this one. Yeah. Fucking.
Yeah, we're still trying to catch up.
Double dash. This was here before. I didn't call that out. That brings us to Alara and Vale.
If you don't mind me going first on this one.
Can you get yourself out of danger?
Yep,
Okay.
I'm about to do so. I'm going to call forth the Raven Queen, asking for her protection, as we are defending the rule of fate against these destroyers, or disruptors of fate. And I will cast Spirit Guardians on myself.
Oh.
And then I'm going to bonus action Blessing of the Raven Queen, vamp to right into the fight.
It's like Misty Step, but
Yep,
But
but
cooler.
cooler.
Misty Step with feathers.
Yeah, I'd say as I do the Blessing of the Raven Queen step, these huge black feathers would sprout out from around me, wrap around me, and then vamp. These feathers
Are
fall, and
you dealing radiant or necrotic damage?
radiant, because I'm good. I'm not evil. I just like to
Right.
creep people out. That's
Just a question.
just
Debatable.
because I like to creep
Offense to
people
that.
out.
Go ahead and roll your damage.
All right. 14 points of damage.
Okay.
And I have resistance to all damage until the start of my next turn.
Why?
Because the Blessing of the Raven Queen says so.
What the hell is that?
So go fuck yourself.
What is Blessing of the Raven Queen? What
It's
is
a-
that?
It's a
It
racial
says,
feat.
it's for me being a Shadar Kai. Is once per long rest as a bonus action, you can teleport up 30 feet to an unoccupied space you can see. You also gain resistance to all damage when you teleport until the start of your next turn. So go fuck yourself.
Okay, I can do that.
And I choose for all my allies to be immune to the effects of the Spirit Guardians, because I can choose any number of creatures to be immune to it.
This is kind of cool. Okay. So you can hit all these guys and that
Awesome.
guy. You said that was
Awesome.
14 points of radiant damage?
Correct.
That's a lot of
Fail,
damage.
fail. Succeed. Natural one.
They're
Okay.
all, it's wisdom saves too, just so you
Yeah,
know.
I know. The big
Okay.
guy succeeds, so he takes 7 points of damage.
Wait, the big guy's down. I thought you can't. You automatically fail saves.
He's wise as ever while he's laying on his back.
Wisest motherfucker ever.
Yeah, this guy's wise as ass. All right. Anything else, Miss Alara, who made a character that looks exactly like Sandara, who's
And name.
I'm gonna put you guys right next to each other. See how you like it.
That's my
All right.
turn.
Yeah, that's your turn. Okay. That brings us to
I believe it's my turn.
yes, Vale.
Alright, well, this battlefield just got a lot more clustered since the last
It
turn.
did.
Can I see the sentinel far to the southeast?
This one?
Yes.
For
Can
the
I-
purposes
line of sight.
of shooting it,
Yeah,
it would have full cover and you would be shooting through friends.
Okay, I figure.
Unless you want to
No.
I mean you could get line of sight. You could you'd have to run through the slicer dicer.
Yeah.
Shoot the
30
mage.
30 feet you mean the potential friend? Would 30
What
feet
potential?
would 30 feet get me to the top of the roof that I'm next to?
If you want to misty step it, yeah.
Okay. I will Misty Step. It's like the Blessing of the Raven Queen, but less cool.
Right.
Fewer feathers.
And I will shoot the construct that's hexed twice.
Which one's that?
The one to the southeast.
You just have to make your way through the slap chopper. Where the fuck that old like vegetable chopper thing you used to have?
Yeah, it's called the
You guys
slap
remember the
chop.
commercials? Yeah.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah, right. Go with your gut.
a 24 and a
It was called
19.
the slap chopper or some shit.
Both hit.
Okay.
Nice.
Slap chop. Slapped off.
I've dropped my regular hex because it's pointless.
I mean, it still has disadvantage on a thing.
Oh, well, I didn't think of that. 26 points of force damage.
what happens to this Clockwork Sentinel as you disintegrate it with your polyloot?
Damn.
Wait a minute.
Loot
I
disintegration.
think I rolled a natural 19, but I moved the dice, but it doesn't matter actually. Uh, the bolt of like rough hewn or like more like natural wood that shoots out from this loot um, pierces this construct and sort of dissolves into it, and then it just gets like the Last of Us or whatever zombie apocalypse frozen and wrapped by a bunch of vines and twigs and beautiful flowers that sprout.
Oh,
Yeah, you watch as it gets pulverized by a couple of these beams, and there's almost the scent of freshly cut cedar as there's like an explosion of flowery, woody, naturey goodness. And as it falls to the ground, it almost sinks into the tiles itself. And you watch as before your eyes, this thing ages a million years, and the metal rusts over and almost becomes a vessel for now beautiful plant growth. As you almost see like moss and twigs kind of overtake the metal exoskeleton. Okay,
And I
beautiful. That
regain
brings us
some health.
to this guy here. God, I'm just fucking playing Chase the Baby. All right. It is going to climb, double dash to climb up to you here.
I thought I was safe.
No one's safe. All right. Top of the round. While it's down, Sarah Stoneheart is going to try to smash this thing. Advantage. That doesn't help. That hits. Oh, is I gonna miss? It is. Oh, and it's not stunned anymore. Okay. She is not going to smite it. She's just going to smirk it. 6+. Okay, a measly amount of damage for that round. And she is going to step on it and run to the other side of it. Next to the Smoogs.
smooth.
That brings us to its turn.
So since it starts its turn, if it starts or ends its turn there, then it takes this damage.
Okay, it'll take half, so go ahead and roll again and subtract it by half.
So 13 halved to 6.
Gotcha. Okay. It is gonna crawl away. Ooh, actually, it's going to bonus action disengage. Stand up. Use half its movement. Does it just stay here? I think it stays here. Actually, who's casting this fucking spell? Where are you?
Would you be able to target me knowing that? It's not that goddamn smart.
That's very smart.
You've got like radiant ravens circling around you like a hurricane
right.
as you're actually casting and concentrating on this spell. You bet your ass. Mind you, as it targets you, well, let's just get the math out of the way first. This is fun. Okay. Okay, that's a natural 1 against your AC of what was it again? Oh, doesn't matter. Okay. All right.
I made the DM mad.
Eddie, what happens to it as it gets a natural 1 against you?
Again, just it would stab itself. I would think. I'd try to keep it from hitting any of our allies, and just make it target itself if I can redirect it. or
Okay.
direct it to the ground so it like sticks into the ground so it can't like it would immobilize that arm.
So you watch as it is like ducked down in this hurricane of radiant ravens. You watch as it snaps its neck towards you, and the next attack is going to be 13 to hit.
That's a miss.
Another 13 to hit,
That misses.
and then a 23 to hit.
That hits.
And it does not get its 6th attack because of the overload. So that is just 11 points of slashing damage. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw for the spell.
Yep, and that's halved to 6 or 5. Because I have resistance to all damage.
Then
Until the start of
have-
my next.
Yeah.
So 5?
Yep.
Okay. Alright.
So
Save.
as it turns its head toward.
Oh, just barely. I got an 11. Jesus
Okay,
Christ.
nice. As it turns its head towards you, you watch as it's just sparking with electrical energy and barely holding itself together, and just whirring and hissing as steam is shooting out of every orifice of this thing.
I'd say just for a cool looking effect is being that the blessing of the Raven Queen helps kind of defend me at this point. I'd say when those attacks were striking, the wings were kind of diverting them to miss.
Okay. As it looks at you, you hear the voice of Solinor kind of appreciate the area around as it just says,
Help me.
with that, it raises one of the Kama sickles towards you, and before it strikes down, you watch as it raised it up in your hurricane of ravens, it comes down and it no longer has a hand. There's just like a sparking, like banana peel of gears and metal and scrap, and then it just kind of looks at its hand and then rushes at you with the other attacks. Raven wings deflecting it. You somehow survive a full round of its multi-attacks with just taking that little amount of damage. Varric, you're up.
Is that the end of its turn?
That's the end of its turn.
It takes the damage again.
It does not. It's the start of its turn. It doesn't happen twice around.
I think it says start or end of its turn. Spirit Guardian says
First
okay.
time on a turn, or if it starts its turn there.
Oh, gotcha.
Not an
Okay.
and.
Gotcha.
Eh.
Okay.
You're still getting a lot of value out of this spell made popular.
Oh
by
yeah, no, I
Baldur's
was
Gate
just
3.
making sure I did it right.
Yeah. All right.
Where's
Very-
my ex-wife?
Just behind him.
Oh. Okay. So no one else is in range of this guy? Oh, Smooky?
Everyone's in range of it.
No, I mean for a D4.
It is it's immune to being flanked when it's not stunned.
Cool, good to know. Alright, we will do some attacks. That is a 26 to hit.
That hits.
Needs to make a strength saving throw. For a trip attack.
19.
That is safe. So 18 points for the first hit. $22 to hit. And 13 more points.
Okay, it's looking very hurt. These two things, it's their go. That's a failed save. That's a failed save. What's your damage, Eddie?
Let's see. Oh, bummer. Only 6 this time.
That's good chip. Good chip damage.
Is that for 2 different creatures or just one?
Two different creatures.
Oh,
It's the
okay.
same.
Want me to
It's
roll?
the same. It's the same roll for both.
Okay. Okay, I was gonna
You
say.
watch as one of them raises up to strike against you, and a swarm of raisins just flock around it. And you watch as one by one little pieces of clockwork scrap just drop to the ground, where its head drops, spilling that viscous blue liquid around the tile beneath as it falls unmoving. The next one will take. That's terrible. 2. The same roll. 3. And that's a natural 1.
Thank my Raven Queen, man. Holy shit.
Cool.
Fate.
Well, hang on. Because I'm flanking with this thing, so hang on. My natural 3 becomes a natural 5, which doesn't. Okay. It swings and misses, and just in this swarm of ravens cannot fucking do anything. The engineer.
I've honestly never felt so funny.
She's gonna once again distant spell mending to do some healing. And then she's gonna turn around this corner and run. That brings us to Sandara and the Samoogs.
I will do. Let's see, Sorcerer's Burst on the big guy. That's a 27.
What damage type are you choosing?
Oh. I will try lightning again.
Okay.
See if I can overcharge it. Oh, that's only a 5.
What'd you roll to hit?
20. Let me see what this
You're fine. 5 points of lightning damage?
Yeah.
Okay. It's got 5 in the bank. You get the sense that unless it hits threshold, the lightning damage actually heals it. Okay.
Will quicken and do it again just to see if I can get it to the threshold.
Okay. And what's the damage for Sorcerer's Burst again?
2d8.
Okay.
I'm going to also use my inspiration die so I know I hit. That's a 23.
It's.
And that's an 8.
Okay. Didn't quite make the threshold. This round at least. Okay, that brings us to Samugi.
Twice.
Slapping it.
11, 14. 14 to hit? No? And
14 misses.
we roll it, and we're not rolling at advantage anymore, are we?
Not rolling an advantage, and we're not adding a d4 anymore.
Okay, then I'll look less than 14.
Whoa, that looks cool.
18?
18 misses as well.
Okay, we're gonna go bonus action. I'm gonna try Flurry of Blows.
Flurry of Gnomes.
Hold on. Wait, I'm stupid. I was not adding 6 to those last two.
For the
So what
attack
did I
bonus.
say? Yeah, I wasn't adding my own attack bonus. Fuck. What did I
Then they
say?
both would
14.
have hit. It was
Okay.
14 and higher, so
14
they both hit.
So it's okay,
Yeah.
okay, cool.
And then just roll your Flurry of Blows attacks now. And then do all the damage at the same time.
Wow, that was awful. Really? Okay. They're both, I'm pretty sure, under 10, so neither of those hit. 6. One, two. It's- All that for 14 points of force damage.
Okay.
And we're gonna throw in a stunning strike because why not?
I succeed for once.
You
All right,
definitely
it was worth a
succeeded
try.
thrice.
Boo.
What's that?
I said you succeeded thrice actually on the stunning strike.
Yeah, but the one time you stunned me, it really boned me.
Yeah, that's
Um,
true.
monks are fun
Yes.
for you. Okay. That brings us to Alara and Vale, because that sentinel is dead.
All right, I will. Oh yeah, I'm concentrating on that, so I can't do that. Okay, I'm gonna give this a shot. Hopefully it works. You see Alara, she says, no sun, no light, with the spell of darkness blight. I need a Constitution saving throw.
From whom?
Terrible. Very bad.
It's blind, as I cast blindness or deafness.
Very nice.
Okay.
Try to see you when you're blind.
Is
Guy.
that concentration?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Thank fuck.
And that is my turn.
Okay, I will.
I think he might have froze, or he's very, very still.
Oh.
Yeah, he's frozen.
He's got the command pose.
All right.
Oh,
For PC crash.
That was the quickest crash ever.
I'm
He's
rebooting.
blind. Like it actually worked.
Yeah, you actually DDoS the DM of that. What are you doing, Vale?
Oh boy.
You're on the roof. You have an untouched Clockwork Sentinel hot on your heels.
Yeah, the untouched part is a problem. I am going to
touch it.
I don't think I will. I'm going to unsettling words against the sentinel on the roof. I'm gonna say fucking Christ. Do you ever feel real emotions? Or are you just an empty shell? Or do you have complete control taken over you? Do you know what it is to live? I'm just gonna try to confuse the shit out of a robot. And then I'm going to, again, second level command the one next to me and the one on the ground. I'm just gonna tell them to kneel. Like grovel.
You can target 2 with a second level command?
Yeah.
Seems powerful.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, yes.
Okay.
One
So
extra.
that's the big one and the little one, right?
Yeah. And it's a Wisdom 16 save. The one on the roof has a negative D8.
Whoa, sorry. So you're commanding the one on the roof and the big one on the ground?
Yes.
Okay. They both fail.
Cool. So on their turn, they will both fall prone and then end their turn.
Damn.
God, I'm getting CC'd. God damn it, I'm getting stun locked.
We're doing stuff other than
Now we're
damage.
fucking working as a goddamn team.
Too many people are doing magic. Right. Cool. All right. Sounds good. Fuck.
And then I'll just get away as far as I can from it on the, actually it doesn't matter. I'm staying
Yeah.
in.
Okay. That brings us to it.
Which one is it?
it's the one that you left up here. It's just gonna Tebow up here, and that's all it can do. God damn it. Okay.
Oh, actually, can I just walk next to it? Just right next to it as it kneels down and just look down on it.
Yeah. Feel big.
Yeah.
Feel like a big man.
Yeah, it insulted me. I don't like that.
Okay. All right. Very good. That brings us to top of the round. Sarah's actually not going to go yet. The creature's going to go. It's going to waste its whole turn doing this. Varric, you're up.
It's prone?
Yep.
Do I have
Was there a
advantage?
bad guy that started that went this round?
There was.
Did it make a wisdom save? Like
Against what?
that's inside the circle?
For your spirit guardians that you dropped
Yeah.
concentration on to cast blindness?
No, blindness and deafness is not concentration.
Are you speaking the truth right now?
Yep, I'm looking right at it. It's not concentration. That's why I cast it.
Damn it. Okay, how's a 6 do?
Almost. But for that almost, it's going to take 17 points of fucking damage.
Wow.
From some birds.
You guys
Imaginary
you
birds.
guys ran into that bird trap in Baldur's Gate 3. I imagine. Hopefully you all played it.
I haven't, but it sounds awesome.
Lame.
Okay. So, as Vale commands this large creature, you watch as it's in a flurry right now because it's blinded and it's just trying to lash out at anything close to it. Sarah's holding up her great sword, blocking a couple strikes. Varric is kind of doing the same, looking for an opening. And you watch as it just looks up at Vale, and you all kind of, your eye line reaches over that way too, and you watch as the sentinel at Vale's feet up on the roof does the same and kneels before her. As that happens, you watch as the large one looks up as well and kneels, and as that happens, you watch as these radiant ravens are just dive bombing into it, and you hear clanking of metal and sizzling, and you watch as its outer shell completely disintegrates, and there's an inner gyroscope that's just spinning inside of it, like this core. As that happens, ravens are diving and striking that, and you watch as a piece of the outer cage melts away, and it spins rapidly, and it becomes unstable and unbalanced, and it just stops. And as it does, that red liquid kind of turns back to a blue, and as it's sitting there kneeling, looking up at Vale, it just stops. And it is irrevocably damaged to the point where it is out of the fight.
Yes.
Melted by birds. Fuck yes.
There's still one more though, right?
There's 2 more.
2 more. Well, the one closest to me, Hulk Smash.
Okay, go ahead and roll your smash. Roll for smash.
That's a natty.
Okay.
It's a good smash.
Which is
Yeah.
20 points of damage.
How do you want to do this?
I want to just, like, I want to come up behind it and just, like, just hit it into the air from its crotch. Just, like, underhand swing right up into the air.
Like golf swing that fucker.
Okay.
No, more like a Just like a straight up.
So you just smash it in the crotch, it's like send it flying in the air. It lands about 10 feet, like on its back. It's just like, just kind of spasming, and it's pretty much incapacitated at this point.
And how far away is the one on the roof?
30 feet or more.
Can I shoot it?
Oh god, don't shoot me, man.
Huh?
You
What?
can.
What'd you say, Fierce?
I said don't shoot me, man. I'm right
I
next
don't know
to
where
it.
you. Well, yeah, just duck or something.
Okay. Go and roll to attack.
So 13.
Okay, roll damage.
8.
Vale, you take 8 points of piercing damage.
Son of a bitch.
Oh shit!
Sorry.
Alright. I go to duck, but it's like after the loud bang, so it just takes me like top of the shoulder.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
Cool.
That brings us to Sundara and Samugi.
I want to run to what I think is the south to try and see if I can see the engineer who was running away.
With a double dash, make a perception check. 19. You see her about 60 feet away.
I want to call out to her and see if
Fireball!
I double dashed.
Oh,
You call out to her. What do you call out?
Wait, I just want to talk.
Fireball.
The
You're not that kind of
sentinels are destroyed.
As you do, she just stops for a second and like you can hear her voice at a low tone, even though she doesn't turn to even look at you. And in a voice that is kind of hushed, but all around you, she just says, "Yet his eyes and ears are everywhere. You should not have left." And she continues running. That brings us to Samugi. There's one last Clockwork Sentinel that's just kneeling before Vale.
Is out of key points. So his astral arms and visage sort of kind of fade out.
They don't
That's
drop
just
unless
They
you
don't?
want them to. No.
so I can still use my unarmed strikes.
Those don't cost key points every time. It's just when you...
No, I know.
You-
I just thought that once I was out of key points, I'm
No,
no
no.
longer summoned. Okay.
No.
Stay up.
Cool. All right. Well, then I'm going to Samugi Smash, the last standing
Okay.
sentinel. Ooh, 19. So that's over 20, and I can do 2 attacks. So I'm just gonna do must roll natural 2. Okay. So one of them hits. 2.
It is just one size larger than you, so only you get 1d4 extra.
11 points of force damage.
Okay.
Is he still standing?
Mm-hmm.
Can I think I can, but I can also bonus action just do an unarmed strike. I think I see it right here. So yes, is that true? I can just do 3 strikes like that.
Yep.
Okay. All right, bonus action. I'll hit him one more time. Natural 1. Okay, awesome. Never
Okay.
mind.
So you go up there and just start smashing this thing as it's kneeling down. Alara and Vale, do you want to do anything here?
Yes.
All right, Vale, what do you do?
I would like to try. I'll say to Samogi. Wait, hold on. Is this thing still? Hold on. End its turn. I'm going to try to grab this thing by the neck and like yank it forward or something and say to Samogi, we might be able to keep this one. Is there anything we should disable it? And then I'm just going to start pulling out wires or whatever exposed pieces are at it to try to disable it.
Okay.
I'm not proficient in anything.
Yeah. Well, you're a jack of all trades, so go ahead and make a intelligence check.
That's a flat 8.
Okay. You start pulling at inner mechanisms within it, and you reach your hand into something that was spinning, and it crushes one of your fingers for 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
Alright, I'll leave that to you. That's the end of my turn.
I will. Who's looking the most roughed up?
I think we're all fucked up at this point.
Alright, well, I will.
I'm okay.
Huh?
I'm okay.
You guys doing okay?
Yeah, I think we're okay.
Laura would
Unless
literally
Vale,
ask you
are
guys
you
if we're all holding up. If we're all holding up okay. Alright, then I will allow my turn to pass.
Okay. Sundara, I may have skipped you. No, you
No,
looked,
I
you,
tried to
you
talk
ran after
to
her.
them.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. At this point, we'll kind of go out of initiative because we just have this one creature. It's going to attempt to attack Vale. It's going to hit you once for 5 points of slashing damage.
Heard.
Okay, now who would like to
Tinker.
act?
I'm gonna jump in there with my tinker tools.
Okay, and you're attempting to
Do this.
incapacitate this thing?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead and make a tinkering check. It's still actively fighting you, so there's going to be a disadvantage.
It's only me and you up here?
Yep.
Yeah.
Um, 19.
19.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's my plus my proficiency plus intelligence.
It's double your proficiency, I believe.
Okay. That's more than that. That's 22.
Okay. So with the 22, you get to the panel behind it, past the pack on its back. You remove the pack, so that falls to the floor, that like battery pack overcharge thing, and you manage to open up the panel on its back, and that's all you can get through on this round. Sundara, would you like to do anything at this point?
I will come back around the corner and see them up on the roof and try and... I guess I'll just Misty Step up there. Because I'm not good at this.
Okay.
walls.
You Misty step up. Do you want to do anything with your action?
I will try and help kind of disable the device.
Okay. Are you using magic, or are you just trying to give Samugi the assist here?
I think I'm just going to try and give the assist here.
Okay. You can close that distance, so you're going to be doing the help action. Okay. It's going to take a round of attacks at Samugi now. Jesus, with the natural ones. It's going to hit you once for 8 points of slashing damage. And you can now try to deactivate it with advantage. So another tinkering roll. Yeah, you're at advantage.
Am I able to Bardic Inspire, or are we?
Yeah, you can do an
Okay.
inspiration.
What does that mean for me?
You get a D8. If you roll an 8, it explodes. What it means for your character is you feel a funny vibration come from your chest.
Did I throw a bless in there while you
At
guys
least
are
she
doing
didn't tell
that?
you to fix your posture.
Yeah. Go ahead and mark a spell slot off for the bless.
Buried.
Yep. And I'm obviously gonna bless the 3 on the roof.
Okay.
Thanks for the help, Sarah.
I did a 14 on the
You're just
tinker.
standing there awkwardly.
Just like,
D8 and everything.
That was with everything.
Okay. Yeah, this thing's moving around too much. You're not able to get to it. It's going to take
Right.
another attack now at Vale.
What's the help action do?
Gave advantage.
Oh.
Vale, you take 10 points of slashing damage.
I'm assuming it beat a 14.
Yeah, it was a natural 19.
Yeah. I'm sorry, 7 you said?
10.
10, okay. I actually didn't hear you.
you're like 3, 2, 9.
Yeah, all right. I feel like you're saying 3.
A stray blade or whatever hits Vale. She almost dies.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Oh, fuck.
Okay.
Okay. Now what are you guys doing?
If I have a chance to, I will fucking healing word you.
Okay. Anyone else? You're talking with your ex-wife?
Yeah.
Okay. You regain Sundar and Samoogs. What are you guys doing?
You regain 19.
Going
19,
magic
heard.
now.
You're getting in there?
Yeah.
All right.
Godspeed, Ellis.
I'm going to step in if one of you gets hurt again. And I'm gonna pull that bitch off the roof.
Yeah, that checks out.
I'll just say that.
All right, Sundara. Seeming maybe a little hesitantly, you cast Commune with Clockwork. You find yourself in that dark space, in an impossibly large room that you're just sharing with Solinor within whatever consciousness that this thing is. What are you attempting to do right now?
I would like to take over the device, or to essentially. I don't want to collapse it entirely.
So you want to attempt. I know what you're trying to do. Go ahead.
I don't want him in it.
Yeah. So go ahead and roll a spellcasting ability check. Now, does anyone in the party want to do anything right now to assist Sundara as she attempts to force out her previous mentor from this
Would
device?
Sanctuary help at all?
You can try.
I would cast Sanctuary if she's within 30 feet
Okay.
on her.
Maybe is tinkering. still.
In the back, pulling out wires. Love it.
So, Samugi, I'll say, give me a tinkering check. This is now just a straight roll.
Three.
Let me do some math real quick. What's your proficiency modifier?
3.
Okay. The DC was 22. Okay. So, Sandara, with Samugi's help, Samugi has basically done reversible damage to the mechanism. So, for the purposes of this contested spellcasting check, Solinor is essentially off balance here. So you do have an edge. And you know he's a much more powerful sorcerer than you, but you have a small window of opportunity to try to do what you're doing. So you're going to have advantage for this roll.
Do it.
No pressure.
Okay. A lot of pressure. That's a nat 20, baby.
There. we go.
All right. So,
That's 5.
as you enter the consciousness, you can almost see Solinor right now. I'd say you never saw his actual face. He was always wearing some kind of clockwork device, whether that's actually part of his body or not. But you can almost see him levitating there in front of you, and you can hear and feel him calm as he senses your presence. And you hear him just say,
Sandara, I know I didn't get the chance to truly tell you this, but I am and will always be so proud of you. Please, do the right thing.
and now I ask you, Jasmine, how do you want to do this?
Sandara is almost like, I don't know what it looks like from the outside, but she seems like brokenhearted about this as she like uses the magic that she has that balances out all of the abnormalities in the world to push his consciousness from the device.
Okay. So, as you reach into the clockwork mind of this creation, for a second you almost feel Solinor let up and just almost like give you a little chance to kind of see what it is you're doing. And by the time he realizes this, you hear one last phrase from him as he just says,
No, wait.
and he's gone. And with that, the clockwork sentinel kind of snaps to consciousness. You watch as it kind of looks over its own body and how it's a little mangled. And you watch as it just peacefully reaches down, picks up its charge pack, and tries to snap it back onto itself. And it just looks at you, waiting for instruction.
And she actually like collapses to the ground and just puts her hands in her face and doesn't look up at anybody and is just kind of in her own space right now.
Okay. So as Vale and Sandara sit atop this roof, with a clockwork sentinel that was trying to cut you to ribbons before, but now appears to be your servant. That is where we will end the session and pick up next time.
Fuck yeah, man.
We finally got one.
That advantage was clutch. The first
I'm
roll
so
was a
pissed.
10. I was like,
You
Oh
got,
my god.
now we have
Clutch
Emperor.
rolls, and I think we fucking synchronized in that beautifully. Like, that was epic.
It started out a
Yeah,
little
you
rough,
guys-
but we got there.
I will say you guys really, I was very impressed with how you mitigated the ungodly amount of action economy that I had. Because my six-arm dude had 6 attacks, and my 4-arm dudes have 4 attacks, and I felt like I barely got to do anything. So,
When that fight started getting hairy, I did a reading personally because I was scared. I was like, "Fuck, dude! Are we gonna make it through this?" And I drew an inverted 8 of strength, an inverted ace of strength, a 7 of wisdom, and as an influencer, I wanted to know what the main external or internal influence would be, and I drew the fucking devil. So what I took from that was that strength would fail, wisdom would overcome, and that we were facing the ultimate fucking devil, like the ultimate fucking opponent. Which technically we were.
when we started, I thought for sure
Maybe.
this was going to end with us running away. I was like, there's no way we're going to go through this whole battle.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Spectral
definitely had
run.
my doubts, man. And then I like was having to strategize. That's why I had to do that, because I was like, okay, I could go on the offensive and hit this thing, or I could heal you guys as best I could. That round where I healed everybody as best I could, that was just before this draw. That was just after the drawing. I was like, all right, fuck it. Like, I was like, all right, be smart here. Don't go
Yeah.
Shane on this thing. That's not my purpose. Like, so
I mean,
yeah, that was
Samugi, you took away what, 3 rounds?
yeah,
3
that was
entire
clutch.
rounds of that thing? 18 attacks?
Yep.
Pretty crazy.
And
That's-
it automatically
That's
makes it
pretty
fails its
strike.
saves.
yeah, and it has a climbing speed, it can bonus action disengage, it has reach, it's immune to flanking. So it's just like the Thresher that can just stand in the middle of everything for a round, fuck everybody up, and then run wherever it wants. And I didn't get to do that at all.
As a unit, we shut that bitch down. That was fantastic, man.
Shit. It'd be interesting to see how you do against more of them.
No, it wouldn't.